All right. I guess this is the part where I'm supposed to be making a crow video. So I want to go ahead, first of all, congratulations to any Miami Dolphins fans watching this video. Whether it's D1 Chosen, got to give you a shout out. You made a hate week against me. I was kind of shocked to see that you made one. I guess that was you trolling at your best. And congratulations. Tua was out with a broken finger, and Jacoby Brissett comes in. He didn't really have too much of a better game than Tyrod Taylor. In fact, this game right here composed of 9 turnovers, 4 on our end, 5 on y'all's end, and should have been about 15 turnovers. Tyrod Taylor should have honestly had about 9 turnovers in this game. I counted for like 3 picks that should have happened, and a couple of times he almost fumbled the ball. And so, Texans fans are all, on Twitter and in the comment section talking shit about how Tyrod Taylor needs to come back. So Tyrod Taylor comes back, and am I the only person that said that Tyrod should not play another snap in the NFL, much less play for the Texans for the remainder of the season? Well, I hope for you Texans fans out there that was sitting there waving your little flags, talking about, well, Davis Mills sucks and you need to put in Tyrod Taylor. Well, I hope you're happy now because we put in Tyrod Taylor and he completely stunk up the joint today. All the interceptions he was throwing, all the fumbles that he should have had. What a complete joke he is. And honestly, Tyrod Taylor, I know it's nothing personal. You seem like a pretty clean-cut kind of guy. Seem like you have a nice personality. You might have been good when you first came into the league, but I think it's time you need to retire. I think so, dude. I think Tyrod Taylor is in his last pit stop in the league. I think he'll make a great third-string quarterback somewhere else where he may have limited snaps. If you have nobody else to put in the game, then Tyrod Taylor's the guy. But to be honest with you, to lead your franchise going forward, Tyrod Taylor should just hang it up. He needs to retire. And I was going to go on a mega rant. I was going to scream, talking about Tyrod Taylor sucks. It's not even worth it. It's not worth getting angry over. We're tanking. So I wanted to tank. I wanted to lose this game. Why? So we can get further in the draft order. And that's what we're doing right now. We're 1-8. We're one of the worst teams in the league, I think, behind the Detroit Lions, who are on a bye. So technically, I think they're the only team that has a worse record than we do. So we stand at number 2 in the draft. And I got to tell you something, Texans fans. You wanted Tyrod to come in. You wanted him to start. He came in and he did exactly the same thing that Davis Mills is doing. What do they both have in common, Steve? Well, they both can't get in the fucking end zone. That's what they have in common. Neither one can get in the end zone. So in my personal humble opinion, I think that Tyrod Taylor is done. I think the Texans should cut him tomorrow. I think they should give him a nice letter and send him packing. And I think Davis Mills should be starting after the bye week and should be the starter for the remainder of the season. Now, I thought you said Davis Mills sucks. Well, yes, he does. But see, the thing is we have to develop Davis Mills and see what we got to see what we're going to get out of this guy. He's played 6 games. He's 0-6 as a starter. He lost. He pretty much was part of the loss against the Browns. And, Tyrod started that game. And we got to see what we have in Davis Mills. That way he plays the rest of this year. And if he sucks after all these, he'll be playing in 15 games. He'll be a starting quarterback assuming he starts the rest of the season. That's enough sample size to see what we have out of this guy. And if he has any future with us going into next year. Because, we drafted the guy with the 3rd round pick. Why not just see what we have in Davis Mills? We're going to suck anyway. We're going to tank anyway. The rest of the season is already going down the waste anyway. Why not just put Davis Mills in and see if he can develop, see if he can turn things around, see if he can, start developing his game in the first quarter, in the second and third, and not in the fourth quarter when you're down 50-0. And everybody said, Polston, one thing he says is he goes, well, Davis Mills is the second best quarterback in this draft class. Well, here's the part where I beg to differ, Mr. Polston. The reason why Davis Mills is the second best quarterback in this draft class, you want to know why? Is because all of his stats come in garbage time. That's the only reason why he's ahead of Trevor Lawrence. He's ahead of Trey Lance, who hardly gets to play. He's ahead of Zach Wilson, who's been struggling with the Jets. That's the reason why Davis Mills is the second best quarterback in the draft. And if that says he's the second best quarterback in this draft class, that's terrible because Davis Mills sucks. So what does that tell you about Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson and Trey Lance? They suck too. That's what the only quarterback that's even worth talking about right now is two quarterbacks, Mac Jones and the fact Sam Ehlinger hasn't played yet, and everybody's curious what Sam Ehlinger can bring to the table. I think if the Texans were smart, we trade for a second or third round draft pick to the Colts, who has Carson Wentz up and coming this year. I think Carson Wentz has won a starting job with the Colts. I think he will remain a starter with the Indianapolis Colts for this year and next year. And I think the Texans should make a move in the offseason to trade for Sam Ehlinger at backup and bring him over here and can potentially be a starting quarterback for next season because I have a lot of faith in my Longhorns quarterbacks. Rick said, hey, what's going on, Steve? I see you're live on Facebook. Yeah, I am. I'm here to talk a little Texans Dolphins, a.k.a. the Tank Bowl, a.k.a. the Shitfest Bowl. I'm here to discuss that. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to beam you in. Hey, I see Dolphins fans. Hey, what's going on? I see a bunch of Dolphins trolls on my Facebook Live. Texans suck. Oh, well, that doesn't say much about your team because your team was 1-7 coming into today. Oh, we kicked your ass. Kicking a dog when he's down, Dolphins fans. Come on, man. You guys are Let me ask you Dolphins fans a question that's trolling me on Facebook Live. What does this win do for us? Well, we didn't win the game, but what would the win have done for Houston if we would have won? Nothing. What does this win do for Miami? Absolutely nothing. It just moves you back in the draft board and you're pushed further back. That's what it does to you in the draft. It moves you back to the 5th or 6th pick. So it doesn't matter. We're winning long run. We're rebuilding. Haven't you taken a look at what we've done? We let go of Whitney Merciless. We let go of Hartgraves. We traded Ingram away. And rumors has it we're going to trade Burkhead. We're going to cut him, and we're going to make some more roster cuts. Dude, look, we traded Charles Omeniora to the Niners for, a 2023 second-round draft pick. Dude, we're preparing for our future. So it really doesn't matter what you Dolphins fans think. So it doesn't matter. Laugh away. Tua's got a broken finger. He's out for the year, or maybe he's going to be out for some time in his throwing hand. So you're going to have Jacoby Brissett. I like Jacoby Brissett. I think he'll be a nice backup. But let's just be honest. He's like a little similar to Tyrod Taylor at this point of his career. They're just a nice backup quarterback or a nice third string for another team for a game managing situation to keep the score low, time of possession, that kind of thing. But trust me, Dolphins fans, you're not in any better position than we are. You're not much ahead of us. You just beat us today. Congratulations. You beat probably the worst team in the league. And congratulations. What do you want me to say? We're going to go into the draft board with the second pick. And Rick says, who are you guys going to draft with the first round pick? You're going to go quarterback? No, absolutely not. The quarterback draft class this year is trash. Mac Jones is the only thing that's popping. Every other quarterback that's been drafted in this draft board, if they have played on the field, terrible stats. Davis Mills is the second best quarterback in the league in quarter of his stats. And that doesn't say much because all the stats are in garbage time. So that tells you a lot about Trevor Lawrence. It tells you a lot about Zach Wilson. That tells you a lot about Trey Lance. It tells you a lot about a bunch of these rookie quarterbacks in the league right now. It's a terrible class for quarterbacks. And next year is going to be the exact same thing. So why would we draft a quarterback in the first round? That makes no sense. Would you want to get a Zach Wilson type? Like, what's that, Malik Willis or whatever they keep talking about, and then you draft him in the first round, and he ends up like Zach Wilson, and he's just tearing up the joint because you threw him in right away, and we're gonna suck. No, what the Texans need to do is draft an edge rusher. We need somebody off the edge that's gonna put pressure on the quarterback. That's what you do. Second round, we go corner to replace Hartgraves, replace Bradley Roby. We go secondary / safety, And then third round, we go quarterback. That's the plan that to me seems to be perfect. Now, I was listening to Texans radio today, and they were talking about Spencer Rattler. This is a guy that's been coming up a lot on Texans radio. McLean he's the editorial for the Houston Texans. He's high on Spencer Rattler. The coaching staff has definitely been talking about this guy a lot. I have a crazy feeling they're going to pick him, but I don't think it's going to be in the first round. I think it's going to be later on, 3rd/4th round. And that's what I think. I think that's what they're going to do. I think Spencer Rattler will be here, but it won't be with the number 1 pick. It will not be with the first round. It would be pointless to draft a quarterback in the first round of next year's draft. And then Abomb was talking shit about Trey Lance and Jimmy G today. So I'm going to play that video, and then I'm going to respond to that too on live stream. He was talking about how Colin Kaepernick ruined the 49ers franchise. And I thought that would be a pretty cool video to respond to, because I actually kind of agree with a lot of the stuff he said in that video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and play his video clip real quick. And then YouTube even kicked him off. They kicked him off the stream. They started, cutting into his feed, and then they ended his stream. I thought it was kind of funny, but he went off. Let me go ahead and play his video real quick, and then I'll respond. Okay, it's called Jimmy Garbaggio, which you call him Garbage, and this is about Abomb. So let's go ahead and Abomb, devoted Niners fan.
Jimmy Garbaggio throwing yet another interception to Baker. Cardinals sweeping my Niners. God, who would have ever thunk it? This team is garbage. Got a lot of so-called talent up and down the roster, but it's hot garbage. We got no fucking leader. All you Niner fans that were all up and down Jimmy Garbaggio's fucking jock giving me a bunch of shit. Well, how's that feeling now? I was fucking right. And I'm sorry, but you know what, dude? We drafted the wrong guy with Trey Lance this year. I believe it is time to start calling Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch's genius into fucking question. One Super Bowl loss does not an empire fucking make. Unfucking believable. Garbaggio was a bad fucking signing. Garbaggio was the gimp I said he was. All you other Niner fans that were big on porn star fucking Jimmy, well, where's it getting us? Where is it getting us? NorCal, dude, I see you, dude. But look, dude, Garbaggio is not the leader that this team needs on that field. Trey Lance, I don't think he's the guy either. I think these guys are trying, I think Lynch and Shanahan are trying to be so fucking cute. Maybe they should start focusing on, the basics. Yeah, I know. Gould being hurt didn't help either, but damn it. Damn it. This product is fucking trash. It's trash. Trey Lance was a mistake. I'm calling it now. Just straight up saying it now. And Jimmy Garbaggio, Jimmy the Gimp, is exactly what I said he was. And yeah, Shanahan, it's time for Mike Shanahan to go back to being a coordinator. It is. Because, with Saleh gone and in New York now, our team's defense is what got us to that Super Bowl. And, well, our defense ain't what it used to be. All these injury-prone players, that's right, NorCal. But you know what? The one guy I give a pass on being injured to would be George Kittle, because the team relies on him so fucking much. They wore him out. Bosa's a shadow of what he was his rookie year.
He had some good tackles today, though.
Ford and Robinus too. He finally helped Kansas City get that Super Bowl ring, didn't he? But this product, this product that our organization is putting on the field is fucking garbage. Jimmy Garbaggio is trash. That's what he is. The Patriots screwed us when they unloaded him on us. We should have got Mac Jones.
I said that.
We didn't.
Said that.
No, we had to get all politically correct. Our team had to be all fucking woke and try to sign the second coming of Mahomes. Instead, we got some motherfucker that started, 6 some odd games at a small fucking college. Oh, it's a quarterback factory. Yeah, well, how's that panned out so far? Mac Jones, he put fucking Cam Newton out of a job.
That is true.
Huh?
That is true.
Play Lance. Yeah, we need to just play him. And actually get him some experience under center, right? Okay, I agree with that. But you know what? Until he starts winning, he ain't shit. I don't know where you get your fucking standards from, NorCal. I watch this team play the best football on the planet year in and year out. This ain't it. This ain't it. The fact that fucking the Arizona Cardinals have just swept us, the fact that we are garbage. Well, we beat the fucking Bears. They're fucking ass juice. Ass juice. We beat the Lions. That's a fucking bye game. That's a bye week.
True.
This team is trash.
No one expected the Lions to be bad, though.
It's fucking trash.
I didn't expect them to be 0-8.
Kyle Shanahan is a blip. He's trash. I'm sorry. You want to be called a fucking genius? You know what? My standard of genius is a little bit higher than most 49er fans. My standard of genius is named Bill Walsh. There's a fucking genius.
Okay.
Kyle Shanahan, I'm sorry, pretender to the fucking throne, bro. Just like every coach not named George Seifert that took this team over, they didn't deserve to have Bill Walsh's job. This team is trash. Our organization is fucking trash. All you Colin Kaepernick pro-kneeling motherfuckers got that Black Lives Matter fucking hanging above our fucking house. Yeah, how much winning we doing under that shit? We're not. This team's all fucking woke and fucking broke and busted. They drafted Trey Lance because of fucking politics. Don't even tell me they didn't. Because if they were going for the best fucking quarterback, the best quarterback in the draft that could have gave us fucking hope, it wouldn't have been Trey Lance.
You know what? Abomb's got a point. I was saying this before the draft started, Prodigal. I was saying that the Niners should have drafted Mac Jones. And I remember I was on CG Bully's show talking about this. No offense to Billy Badass. But I was saying I think Mac Jones is going to be the best quarterback in this draft. I said that, and I'm never even right about the draft half the damn time anyway. But I was pretty sure. I said, I think the Niners need to go Mac Jones at 3. And everyone's like, no, Trey Lance. I'm like, I don't know, man. It's something about this kid I like.
I saw the videos on Trey Lance before the draft, and it's the same feeling that I get about Malik Willis. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, whenever I was seeing him, the ball placement was okay, but in the NFL level, you're probably going to get it intercepted more times than not. And I'll be honest with you, we don't know how good Sam Ehlinger and Kyle Trask are going to be, because those are two guys that I was high on coming into this draft.
Yeah.
And so we don't know how well they're going to be because we haven't seen them play. You were high on Mac Jones, and clearly that Mac Jones is probably the best right now. As it stands right now,
As it stands right now, he's the best.
He's the best. Davis Mills is the second best. I know you got it in the title. He's the second best quarterback, though. I wasn't high on Sunshine, and the reason why I wasn't high on Sunshine, Trevor Lawrence, is because you and I could have completed those passes. You know what I'm saying? With those open wide receivers, it's the same thing with Justin Fields. Trey Lance, I saw him. I saw some of his tape, and I wasn't sure exactly what the hell everybody else was saying whenever I saw him that made this guy look like the second coming. Now, the reason why Colin Kaepernick was so great, this is for Abomb, the reason why he got y'all to those Super Bowls is because of that fucking offensive line you had. That's because he's an option quarterback. He can't read he couldn't read a defense to save his damn life. You know?
To be fair, I agree with Billy Badass on 2 points. One, Trey Lance hasn't played one game. I think he's played a couple snaps. I don't know if it was like trick plays. I don't know what they had him in. And number two, Jimmy didn't lose today's game. He actually had a pretty good game. I saw the highlights just earlier, and I think he was like 14 for 18 for 154 yards in the first half. And that's okay. That's pretty good stats. And then the second half was when Arizona really started putting pressure on him, getting to the quarterback. And then, of course, Jimmy G was dinking and dunking. And, of course, his team was playing from behind. But, yes, Billy Badass was correct. The defense was not getting the stops that they needed to get. But I don't think Jimmy had as bad of the game as Abomb put him in. But I do think Jimmy's been with the team long enough to where if the Niners don't win anytime soon, I think Jimmy's time will be up. What do you think?
I think what the Niners need to do, and this be me, you brought in Trey Lance, and I do believe that was a mistake.
Yeah.
Because, the whole deal is Abomb's 110% right. They bought in Trey Lance to be the new Colin Kaepernick. It's all political.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, the 49ers need to go back to the formula that worked for them, which was, have a quarterback that can read the defense, that can make the throws, much like Brady can. They can get the ball. They can get it out quickly. They can move the ball downfield. And they're more of a field general. It's more of a chess game, like Joe Montana back in the days, or Steve Young. They didn't hold onto the ball. They would go ahead, make the plays. As soon as the plays, Steve Young would extend the plays, but they were always best at picking apart the defense. And that's what they need to go back to. That quarterback, like you said, Mac Jones, would have probably worked better in San Francisco. You're probably
hands down.
And, they need to stop going with this whole, we just need to replace Kaepernick because the media is going to the fucking media doesn't count for anything anymore in this country. Who's gonna sit there and say, the media is shitting on the look, they're attacking Aaron Rodgers, I guess, but I don't watch the media enough. The only times, but everybody that's on YouTube that's listening to these media people say, well, he got COVID and he didn't really get the vaccine and now he's got COVID and all this. Everybody's laughing at them, at how fucking overzealous they are.
Well, the media has zero credibility now.
At all, anywhere.
Zero credibility.
Even to the people who, you got more and more people that are starting, especially like the boomers, they're really starting to get more invested into the internet because you watch the news and it's all like a major theatrics everywhere.
Yeah.
So, this is the whole reason that they picked up Trey Lance. And it was a mistake. It was Abomb's 110% right. He's 110% right. They probably should have picked up a more competent quarterback. I myself, if it would have been me, get you an offensive lineman in the first round. You had Penei Sewell right there. You could have traded back and still picked up Penei Sewell, picked up some new picks. Then you can go ahead and get a Kyle Trask. You can go ahead and get a Sam Ehlinger in the second and third rounds. And, they could. You may not have started them. Run with Jimmy G for another year. But now you're putting in the pieces of your offensive line. You know what I'm saying? That when you get a quarterback, you don't have to worry about these injuries that Jimmy G is getting all the time.
What do you personally think of Jimmy G? Do you think he has talent? What do you think of him personally?
Whenever he was in New England, he kind of reminds me a lot of Aaron Rodgers, Tony Romo, and I hear he's he's out of Eastern Illinois, so that makes sense. I think he has capability there, but the guy's kind of injury prone.
Do you think his time is up in San Fran?
Probably. It looks like the fans are getting tired of it. I mean, he did take y'all to a Super Bowl. You didn't win it, but he took y'all to one. And
That is true.
I meant, y'all just need something there. I mean, to me personally, I would keep him. If it was my team, I would go ahead and keep Jimmy G. I wouldn't have wasted the pick on to trade up to get Trey Lance. I would have picked up an offensive lineman.
Okay.
Pick up some other pieces for your team. You don't have to rush and get a quarterback. You don't have to rush out there and get Mac Jones. Like I said, you had Kyle Trask. Kyle Trask had respectable numbers. He was a good quarterback. He's more of a pocket passer. Don't get me wrong, but he could pick apart a defense. He played in the SEC. He put up respectable numbers. He fell down into the second or third round. That dude's gonna be, whenever he's gonna be behind Brady for a couple of years. Whenever he sees the field, they're already gonna have a team around him where he can succeed. And that's how you win. You win from the front back. So they could have gotten offensive linemen. That's probably what I would have went. And not even worried about getting a quarterback. Get a running back. They were out there this year. Get a running back. Get some running game. Get some of them beast in the middle. You could have got Travis Etienne, traded back, pick up some more picks. I certainly wouldn't be all worried about getting a quarterback right now. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, D1, if that's you, man, let me see your face before I let you in. Then you can turn it off. I just want to know you're not a troll, man. That's somebody not pretending to be you. I get those all the time. Okay, cool. Hey, D1, man. Hey, you got to admit, 9 turnovers in that game today, man. Kind of entertaining, huh?
No, it was disgusting. We should have whipped your fucking ass. Y'all deserved it. Y'all should have. 2 horrible fucking teams.
Well, y'all had 5 turnovers to our 4.
There you go, cousin.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, Jacoby Brissett's better than Tyrod, but doesn't really say much when both teams combine to 9 turnovers.
I mean, I wanted 2. I wanted 2 to throw 4 touchdowns, and I feel as though he fucking would have. Jacoby Brissett is fucking garbage.
Well, I think he's one of the best backup. He used to be a good backup. He used to be a decent backup. He did well with the Colts. He did well with the Chargers.
Was doing well
and
not making playoff.
Well, I mean, he's just a game managing backup quarterback. That's like you.
I don't even think he's a game manager.
Ryan Fitzpatrick,
like he's fucking he buns. I mean, he buns.
Well. To be fair, Tua did have a broken finger today.
Yes, I know.
So that's why he didn't.
Yeah, or fractured finger, whatever the fuck it is.
It's in his throwing hand though. That makes a big difference.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I don't know. I don't see Tua hardly enough, man. He's always out.
Yeah.
He's got the Jimmy G effect.
I know.
At least he stays healthier. At least he won't go out for weeks on end like Jimmy do.
I know I was all for Houston trading Deshaun Watson to Miami for that pick in Tua. I was trying to convince Steven of doing it, but Steven turned it down.
Well, I mean
for what? They always losing. You might as well just do it in the offseason.
But D1, let's be honest. You got us on the Lamarian Tunzel trade, so why can't we get you on the Deshaun Watson?
No, bro. No, you don't deserve to get it, bro. Your quarterback is a serial rapist. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Why should you get all those picks back that we gave you? No.
So he's like the NFL Bill Cosby.
Huh?
So he's like the NFL Bill Cosby.
Bro, he's Darren Sharper, bro. He's Darren Sharper.
What about Ben Rapistburger?
He's a bad guy, too. I mean, all of these fuckers are horrible creatures.
Hey, Ben Roethlisberger cornered women in the bathroom at the clubs, and his bodyguard was at the door and let that fool do that.
We should make a team of these guys. You know what I'm saying?
Imagine Ben Roethlisberger cornering these women in the bathroom. You're going to give up that pussy one way or another. You don't call me a Steeler for nothing.
He's got
to drop them pants down. I'm going to
I see Herbert balling out against weak teams like he always do.
I've learned this today. There were 6 major upsets, about to be 7 today, because Tennessee's about to win without Derrick Henry, and they're blowing the Rams out. 7 upsets today. If you look at the Vegas odds, 7 upsets. All right. What we've learned today is that there is not a guaranteed clear-cut winner this year. Like, you cannot say that there's one team that is just the team that stands out. The only team that I think would be on paper that's even good, that right now, if you were to ask me who's the number 1 team in the league, would be the Titans, and that's only because of their quality wins. If you go by like a BCS ranking, because they beat the Bills, then they win today against the Rams. The Rams were the best team going into this week. I think the Titans beat them, and the way they're kicking their ass right now, without
the score?
The Titans.
I just got in the house. What's the score?
Last time I checked, it was 21-3.
Yeah, the last time that I saw it too.
And guess who scored a touchdown? Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, I would think they're not going to stop running because Henry not there. That's part of their identity.
Hey, did you ever see that commercial? Adrian Peterson was down in Houston, and they were
stat padding Herbert. Yep. Because when he plays against good defense, he can't do shit. When he plays against the Ravens, he scores 6 points. When he plays against the Patriots, he scores 0 points. I mean, hey, that's what you do. Hey, more power to you.
Adrian Peterson was in an interview, and they were asking about the traffic in Houston, and some lady was like interviewing Adrian Peterson, didn't know who the hell he was until all of a sudden.
That was long. Oh, that's old as hell. Yeah, I remember that.
But to be fair, there is no clear-cut winner this year. There's no one team that stands out. Think about it. Cowboys lost today. The Bucks lost. You got the Rams about to lose. I don't even think there's a one-loss team left in the league right now. Everybody's got 2 or more.
No, Cardinals.
Okay, but even the Cardinals, you can make the argument they're not. To me, I don't know that. I don't even think they're the best team.
I mean, I mean, they're 7-1. I don't know. I don't remember what teams they played exactly, but
I think they lost that Thursday night game. I just forgot who it was to, though.
Green Bay.
Oh yeah, that's right. I think honestly the best team in the league is Tennessee, and then if I had to say another one, it would be Baltimore and maybe Green Bay, and that's only because Aaron Rodgers didn't play today. There is no clear-cut winner in the NFL this year. Like any of these teams can be beaten. And as far as the Dolphins-Texans game concerned, what a shit show that was today. But it was a masterpiece.
Yeah, it was.
1-7 teams, though.
Yep.
I mean, really, to tell you the truth, I hate to say this, I think the Dolphins were trying to give us the game. Because if you look
at offense is trash, bro. What is it that you're not understanding? My offense is trash. All we have is Gesicki and Jalen Waddle.
Oh,
Devontae Parker's on IR.
Catches today. Monster catches.
Bro, that's what he does every week, bro. I think he's a top 3 tight end in the league, and nobody can tell me otherwise, bro.
Yeah.
Like
that dude was making one-handed Odell Beckham catches today.
Like it was nothing. He had 3 of them.
That guy had 3 of them. His whole body around just to catch one of them. It was such a bad pass on that 3rd and 8 by Jacoby. Like he threw it over his shoulder and he had to leap with one arm and he literally did a 360 in the air and snagged it. I said, "Oh my god!"
That's. I'm not even impressed no more. I'm used to it. That's what he does for us, bro. That's always give Gesicki his props.
So you didn't really won the game because you lost. Yeah.
What did you say?
We lost the draft position.
Yeah,
but to be fair, the Dolphins did try to give the Texans the game in that last 5 minutes.
Bro, we didn't lose no draft position. I don't own our first-round pick. We don't own our own first-round pick, so it don't matter to us. We want to go for the win.
All right, well, that's fair enough.
No, we have the Niners' first-round pick. That's why I'm going to be wishing the Niners to be trash for the next 3 years because we got their first-round picks for the next 3 years. So, I mean, we're still – you're talking about we blew our shit already and the team is bad, bro. We still got 2 first-round picks in the next 3 drafts.
That's what I'm saying.
Like we've still maximized, that trade. We're still maximizing off that shit, bro. Like,
Oh, so let me ask you this, D1. What are your thoughts of Tua? And then I'll let Prodigal go into him. But what are your thoughts about Tua? Like,
Man, it's just
don't like him. What do you think of him?
It's just all bad juju, man. I believe in Tua. I just don't believe he's getting put in the best position to succeed. You see how bad the offense is. You can see how bad the play calling is. You can see how bad the O-line is. Bro, we ran the ball 20 times and rushed for 34 yards. Are you serious? Y'all motherfuckers don't even gotta run defense like that. We rushed 20 times for 34 yards. I mean, what do you want us to do? What do you expect the quarterback to do out there? What do you expect? So, like I said, we're not putting him in the best position to succeed with the O-line. We don't have a good O-line. We don't have a good run game. We got receivers that are injured galore, and the play call is atrocious. I mean, I still can't gauge to it.
Do you think it's a head coach? Do you think it's a coaching position? Or
the head coach is what hired all these motherfucking offensive coaches. So yeah, it's definitely head coach.
So you don't like Flores at all?
I like Flores. I just don't know what the fuck he's doing this year. I just don't get it. It's just a regression on every level of the team. And the thing that he's supposed to be great at in defense, it hasn't been like that this year.
Well, I would say that y'all lost to Jacksonville, but I can't say that anymore because Jacksonville beat the Bills today.
Exactly. It made that loss seem, more,
And they
felt a little better.
They took the Bills did not score a touchdown today. And then the Bills blew us out 40-0 like 4 weeks before that.
Mm-hmm.
And we blew out Jacksonville, but Jacksonville beats Buffalo.
Hey, Jacksonville are 2-1 since Urban Meyer got cheating on his wife.
Yeah, got caught with them side chicks.
All he needed was a night out on the town, bro. This shit get stressful, bro. All he needed was a night out on the town.
Prodigal, what are your thoughts of Tua and what are your thoughts of the Dolphins not being 2-7?
Well, Tua was injury prone whenever he was in Alabama. A lot of times he was replaced in Alabama because he had gotten injured. This is where you run into like the Jimmy G situation. It's the same thing. Jimmy G's a good quarterback, but he's too injury prone. So you can never tell which when you're going to get. As far as I'm concerned, I'll tell you what I think Miami should do or consider doing is maybe picking up Kenny Pickett. I mean, he's out of Pitt just like Dan Marino was. He'll be available in like the 4th or 5th round this year. And it'd be a good cheap pickup for y'all to have on the bench. That way, if y'all have to go away from Tua, if he's too injury prone, you'll have a replacement.
What do you think of that, D1?
I never seen the dude play. I would have to look at his.
Is there any quarterbacks you like? Have you been eyeing any college quarterbacks?
I haven't been looking at no college quarterbacks. For what? That's how I feel. For what? Either you're going to stay with Tua, or you're getting Deshaun Watson or Aaron Rodgers this offseason. It's as simple as that.
Oh,
I mean,
okay. Do you see the Dolphins making a move for Aaron Rodgers?
I mean, if he wants to come here, I mean, it all depends on what is going to go on with Deshaun Watson's situation. Because, I mean, the way reports.
If Deshaun was a Dolphin, I said this in the offseason, the Dolphins would have 10 or 11 wins this year. Hands down. Yeah. If Deshaun Watson was a Dolphin, they'd have 10 or 11 wins. I called it in the offseason.
I don't know, bro. I mean, he did all that shit he did last year for y'all. Y'all went 4-12.
Well,
we're not that much better.
It's Deshaun's fault, but he will give you 5,000 yards. He's
his fault for how he played last year.
But he got a running game, right?
Yeah,
they got a running game. Houston didn't have a running game to save their lives.
No, I don't have a running game,
and we also didn't have an offensive line.
I don't have an offensive line either. So how is he going to cure? I have no O-line, no run game, and the defense is playing like the worst defense in the league. They rated 32nd in a lot of different categories. So how is Watson going to make that better?
Well, you bring Deshaun in, and then in the draft, you go offensive lineman.
Oh, so you mean this upcoming season?
Yeah.
Season.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's different. I thought you were talking about at the beginning of the year if we traded for him.
And there's a lot of coming out this year, too. because I just shared even. The running backs are going to be good this year coming out.
Yep, LA original Tua sucks, but yet he outplayed Herbert though. That's what I'm not.
Bolston, tell me how your Cowboys lost today. I didn't see the
dude, I don't watch the NFL as much as I do.
We have the next 3 49ers first round picks. What are you talking about?
Wait, how did Dallas lose to Denver?
I don't know. It's one of those trap weeks. It's a trap week.
Yeah, you told me that in the last stream. You said, I see this as a possible trap game.
What, the Niners, Cardinals?
No, the Cowboys, Broncos. Broncos went in and fucking kicked their ass.
Yeah. It's a trap week. We see the Bills beating the Jaguars beating the Bills. You're seeing the freaking unholy massacre of the Rams, who just picked up Von Miller, by the way. How the hell does this happen?
Titans are up 28-9.
And they're running with Adrian Peterson. They're running with. I like AP. Don't get me wrong. I love AP. I've met AP before. AP is a fucking man. But come on.
Oh, and the Browns went and kicked the Bengals' ass. I mean, that could be 50-50.
Zad zooked that ass.
Oh, yeah, it was a bad week this week, especially for me in football picks for sure.
Oh, a lot of people did horrible on their picks, bro. I won only 5 games, and I'm about to lose this one right here. I didn't think the Titans were going to win without Derrick Henry. I was wrong.
Yeah, I picked against him too, so I'm fixing to lose this one as well.
That Eagles-Chargers game could have went either way. I called the Eagles at home, but the Chargers went in. It was just one of those weeks, I also picked the Panthers to beat the Patriots. I was wrong on that too.
Yeah, I picked the Patriots. Ooh, thank goodness for that one.
Oh, you picked the Patriots?
Yeah, I did pick the Patriots.
Man, I'm telling you, the Niners should have picked Mac Jones.
Oh, yeah, I agree too. Definitely,
Mac Jones is just in a better situation. Like you're supposed to have a rookie quarterback, a good, average to above average O-line, a run game, and hard-nosed defense. He's not doing anything special. The man threw for 139 yards today. He didn't do nothing special. Even last week when he beat the Chargers, he threw zero touchdowns. Like he's not doing nothing special. I hate when people start pumping Mac Jones. Tua has played 5 less games than fucking Mac Jones, but he has the same amount of touchdowns. Tua has the same amount of touchdowns. So I'm not understanding what's this McCorkle love fest.
Yeah, statistically, Davis Mills is the second best quarterback. So I'm fine.
He is.
And he's the second.
I went toe-to-toe with the Titans. With the Patriots. He looked like the better quarterback than McCorkle when y'all played the Patriots.
Like freaking Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields and the rest of them just look like garbage. But I kind of figured that. Looking at game film on him, I kind of suspected that because
this whole draft class is really nothing.
Oh, excuse me. We have 2 of your next first-round picks and your third-round pick. My B. So 3 picks. I confused it, Andrew. Still, I love it. I keep losing.
Well, the Niners are 3-5, so that means that puts the Dolphins in good position to get a top 10 pick.
I need them to fall off the face of. I need them not to win another game. Finish with 3 games. To be honest, who y'all play next week?
He said, "Who y'all play?" Let's take a look. I'll look at the Niners.
Who the Niners play? What their schedule looking like? And they in the tough division right now. I think they're probably the worst team in the division, to be honest. Now that I think about it, now that Russell's coming back.
Oh, they got the Rams coming up on Monday Night Football.
Oh, who's after that?
Jacksonville.
As of right now, that's a loss. They beat the Bills. So I'm just going as of right now. So otherwise, that's a loss to the Jags.
Then they play the Vikings and the Seahawks.
Loss.
They play at Bengals.
Loss. Well, they could win that game. I don't mind them winning.
Okay, then they host the Falcons.
It could go either way.
They go at Tennessee, and then they host my team, and then they play at Rams.
But there's only 2. There's only 2 more wins I could possibly see from that schedule, to be honest, the way the Niners are playing, and that's the Jags and the possibly the Falcons game.
So
or they might lose the Falcons and they'll beat the Texans.
Now that's the whole scheme of this video, Steven, is that there's no real clear-cut winners and losers. So It could very well be that fucking San Francisco goes on a run and fucking ends up into the freaking Super Bowl this year because everything is so freaking just top.
Yeah, there's no clear-cut winner this year. Like last couple of years, there has been like all the teams, like the Kansas Cities, the Ravens, and those guys were like 7.
I don't know if he broke up or I broke up.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what happened.
Yeah, I think it's him.
Uh-oh. Looks like freaking somebody took down this stream. Must have been a 49er fan.
Yeah, it probably was mad at me. My bad. But yeah, Andrew, I need y'all. Oh, you're a Niners fan, right, Prodigal?
No, I'm a Cowboys fan, but
Oh, you're a Cowboys. Okay.
my team shit the bed today. Ugh.
Y'all definitely shit the bed. Don't worry.
I'm sorry. I've been sitting there telling them, run the ball. Zeke, Pollard, and then let Dak take care of the rest. He can do it. Stop throwing 40 passes. Oh, did it freeze up again?
I think so.
Yeah. So that's my whole thing. As I believe in solid defense, building from the front back. Uh-oh. It says I'm in the show.
I'm in here.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, it just said that my internet went out and then it came back in. It like flickered. I don't know what the hell was that all about.
What the fuck, 49ers fans? What are y'all trying to do with this? Y'all sabotaging the show.
Ain't mad
Talking
that we got
first
their
rounders. Damn.
Yeah.
That was a glitch. I'm sorry about that. I don't know what the hell happened there. It was saying my internet was going low. Is it? Maybe that's StreamYard. I don't know what the hell that was.
Yeah,
It was a solar flare.
Yeah, it's still frozen up on my end, so a little bit.
Nah, he's good on mine.
Yeah, you're good on mine too.
I could hear y'all. It's just everything's frozen on my screen right now.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna mute my camera just in case, or turn my camera off. I don't know what the hell was that. But yeah, there were 7 upsets today in football.
Yeah, dude, it blew my mind whenever I was looking at all these upsets. I was like, oh goodness.
It was that week.
I mean,
it's the middle of the season.
Oh, go ahead.
What teams stand out to you guys right now? Like, if you had to pick, I know you said Rams and Browns. Prodigal, are you still standing on that right now, or are you kind of leaning towards something else?
Yeah, I'm not changing. It doesn't. Whatever. Because, like I said, since I don't really watch the NFL like I used to, this really doesn't even feel like the NFL anymore. It just feels like a parody of football anymore. So, and it has for a while. I watched the plays, and a lot of the plays look ridiculous. The stuff that you've seen, like with the Texans doing that kick and hitting their somebody in the back of the helmet.
That was against the Patriots where we tried to fake the punt up 13. That was bullshit.
Yeah, and so I see these plays, and they're goofy.
Bro, Tyrod looked. I was scared. I was scared of Tyrod today.
Nah, Tyrod came back rusty as fuck.
No, you go ahead.
Now I was listening to you. You said you were scared of Tyrod.
Yeah, because Tyrod used to always smack us coming off of an injury. And I was texting my boy. I'm like, bro, this is the worst I've ever seen Tyrod. Like, that is the worst I've ever seen him. That shit was bad. He was rusty as fuck.
Yeah, he was like 22 for like 47 or some shit like that.
Like
4 interceptions, no touchdowns.
Did PJ Walker start for the Panthers?
Who?
PJ Walker.
I will take him right now if they let me.
He got bitched. I mean, what you call it? Got bitched?
I just knew that somebody said that PJ Walker was going to start for the Panthers.
Nah, Sam Darnold started. Sam Darnold started and played all interceptions like
All right,
your side, Prodigal.
What's up?
Echoing on your side. I don't know why.
Oh, hang on real quick. Maybe I'll mute and.
Hey, so D1, would you take Jimmy G? That's what
no.
Rick asked.
Hell no.
You wouldn't take Jimmy Garoppolo?
Hell no. Hell no.
So are you saying Tua's better than Jimmy G?
I'm not saying that.
But you don't think Jimmy G would fit in Miami?
No, I just don't think he's worth it. I don't think that I don't feel as though there's nothing special about Jimmy G.
Damn. So okay. So would you take what about Jalen Hurts?
Nah, Tua is better than Jalen, and fucking Jalen's in a better situation. At least he got a fucking O line and a run game. I give him that. But nah. I like Jay. I'd rather have Jalen over Jimmy though. I'd rather have Jalen over Jimmy.
Okay, so how many? Okay, so in the draft, I'd say this year y'all are probably gonna go what O-line, Miami, or
bro,
is there
all our O-linemen are like, bro. I got 3 second-year players and a rookie starter on my O-line, so it's like going into this year, we was thinking they could at least take a jump, but I know the odds were against us. That 3 rookie O-linemen going into the second year can all take a jump, and it's just been horrible. You frozen again.
Froze again? Oh,
not you.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was sitting there saying. I just got back in.
No, it's Rose. It's Steven Rose that's froze.
Well, it says that he's still live because I'm at the clock is still counting.
He's still live, but he just froze.
Yeah, I don't know. I believe. Yeah, y'all should have a pretty young offensive line. I think that y'all need a good running back, man. That's what I think. Miami
young offensive line, but they're bad.
Right. I mean, it takes a while, especially on offensive line. So yeah, you would struggle.
But they're not showing no potential, bro. There's no potential being shown. That's the shit that, like, I don't see it.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry, it just keeps going in and out. I don't know what it is with my internet, man. I'm gonna try to switch to something else.
It's the damn 49ers. They're attacking you. They don't want to hear the truth.
Yeah, I'm gonna connect. Oh wait, wrong one. Is it this one?
Am I still echoing?
A little bit. I don't know what it is. It's like my internet's only showing 3 bars out of 4. I wonder what that means.
I don't know. What kind of internet do you have?
AT&T.
I can't tell you, man.
Am I echoing?
I don't hear an echo.
Okay.
But you're frozen.
So D1, who do you go for in the draft this year, position wise?
Either linebacker, because I don't want to go through the draft for O lineman right now. Like, we just spent 4 picks on O lineman the last 2 years, bro. I'd rather pick up. It's too much youth. There's no veteran. I'd rather pick up a veteran free agent. So I would want to go linebacker or running back, but running back being a priority.
You'll have running backs all through this draft, and you'll have
I need 2 of them. I need to do this whole fucking running back order.
Man, the defensive ends and the defensive tackles. Man, I'm hoping we get a defensive tackle or an end. One of the two.
So, Prodigal, what happened in that Broncos game? Did you watch it?
No, I don't really. I haven't watched football since 2016. Probably.
Yeah, I'm just shocked that the Cowboys fell so flat today. It was 34-0 Denver.
Dude, Dak threw the ball 40 times. He threw the ball 40 times. Zeke only had between Zeke and not Tyrod Taylor. Between Zeke and Pollard, they only had 14 carries. You're not going to win games.
Oh, I remember you kept saying that. They need
I was down early, so.
Yeah, but you want to control the clock. You want to go ahead and get Zeke involved. You want to run the ball. You want him to get more than 14 carries. I don't care much if we lose by 7 points, but Zeke is getting 150 yards and Tyrod's getting about 50 or 60 yards, and Dak makes it respectable. I'll be okay. But that's where you get in trouble. Whenever you're trying to do a pass-heavy offense, it puts pressure on the defense. So now it takes the defense out of rhythm. This is why we were 1-5 last year, because Dak was throwing 60 times a game, and Zeke wasn't getting involved. You need a running game and a defense travels. It doesn't matter. If you have a good running game and you have a good defense that takes a lot of pressure off your quarterback, you're going to win games. And so they went back to the Mike McCarthy formula of throwing about 40, 50 times a game and not utilizing Zeke and Pollard. You can expect to lose games when you do that.
Oh, what do y'all do? Do y'all pass or y'all run more?
Oh, man, we lead the league in passing.
Oh, shit. But you just said you wanted 2 running backs, though, in the draft.
Yeah, because our running backs suck. That's why we pass so goddamn. Steven, you are 1-7. We ran the ball 20 times and got 34 yards. That is literally 1.1 yards a carry.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I mean, what you...
Yeah. Don't underestimate that running game, Steven, because I know you were sitting there saying you want to get a quarterback. A run game is important.
No, we had 4 running backs, and I'm not going to lie. Ingram would have
all of them better than mine, bro. I want Philip Lindsay. Y'all doing nothing with Philip Lindsay. Let me get Philip Lindsay, man. I want Philip Lindsay, bro.
Man, Philip Lindsay's not the same since he tore his ACL.
It looked like he had some bursts. He just didn't have no rushing lanes versus us today.
Yeah, I mean, we got rid of Ingram, Burkhead. We don't use him as much. I would like to use Burkhead more. And who else do we got? Oh, shit. Forgot who else we got. Oh, we got David Johnson, in my opinion. I mean, I think he's better as a slot receiver. I said that myself. They use him on, like, slot receiver, catching little 5-6 yard out routes. But as far as running back position, I don't see him being a dominant running back. As far as receivers go, I like Nico Collins that we got from Michigan.
He looked good out there. Yeah, I liked how he was running.
Yeah, also
y'all would not throw at Zaven at all. Tyrod would not throw at Zaven Howard at all. He just kept throwing at Byron. Yeah. He would not throw at Zaven at all to that right side of the field.
Yeah. And then, of course, Conley looked pretty good today, too. But other than that, that was it.
Y'all got no tight end.
I mean, no. We got Brevin Jordan. He's okay.
He played out there today?
No, he didn't play. No, our tight ends were not effective today. Yours were.
Yeah, that's the only part of the offense that produces and stays healthy.
Dude, we turned the ball over so much in that game, and then there were so many turnovers that should have happened that were unaccounted for. Like Tyrod should have thrown at least about 7-8 interceptions.
Yeah. And fumbled 3 times too. He should have had
he should have had about 3 or 4 he had 4 interceptions. He should have had about 4 fumbles and 8 interceptions.
It was ridiculous how we only won the game.
I think Jacoby had 3, right?
He had 2 interceptions and a fumble.
Okay, then he's I know there was 2 unaccounted for on his end too. One that Lonnie dropped, but he should have had at least about 4. I mean, this game right here lived up to the expectations of the Tank Bowl.
You're
not even a Tank Bowl because we don't own our first round pick, so it's not even worth losing. You know what I mean?
Urinating Tree is going to have a field day with it for sure.
Well, if you watch that Texans-Dolphins game, if you how bloopers, they talk about like botches and stuff.
Bro, they got like a 3-minute reel of just the turnovers, bro. They got a 3-minute reel. NFL put out a 3-minute video of just our turnovers, bro. There's 3 minutes worth of turnovers in that game, bro.
Damn.
Like, what the fuck?
They were so prodigal. There were so many turnovers. If you watch that 13-minute clip, at least about 8 minutes covers all the turnovers.
It was 9 total turnovers, bro.
Yeah,
9.
And then there were about another 5 or 6 that were unaccounted for. That shit like drop interceptions, another fumble that could have occurred, but one guy recovered it, or the same guy recovered it.
Who was that dude that fumbled on that pass? He caught it, then he fumbled, and we got it.
That was that Conley that fumbled?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was Conley that fumbled. He made some big plays, but he fumbled that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game was just. I mean, if you want a good laugh, just go back and watch it. It was pretty bad. And to be honest with you, both teams were trying to help the other team win. And especially like the Dolphins, like when Dolphins were in position to win the game, I think like 2 or 3 possessions in that.
To put it all the way away, to put it like 17, because we was up for 11 for most of the game. It was 17,
they stopped the Texans from scoring on goal line like on 4 separate occasions. It led to 3 field goals, and then 1 turnover we got. But man, we had the ball on the 2-yard line and couldn't punch in it at all. And they stopped us, and it held us to that 3rd field goal. But Tyrod could not get the ball in the end zone. It reminded me just like Davis Mills.
Well, we was blitzing the fuck out of. See, we was blitzing the fuck. We was running our defense we ran last year, which I don't understand. How do you switch up a defense that was elite last year? Our defense was elite last year.
There was this one play where they blitzed Tyrod. I thought they hurt him, man. Like y'all.
Bro, I thought he was done too, but I'm like, I'm about to see David Mills there.
Hit like y'all's linebacker just popped him like head on, and Tyrod just fell. And I'm like, oh shit, he's injured again. Fuck. But he got up, and I'm like, oh, that was a close one.
How about Cooper Rush? Anybody want Cooper Rush? Shop him around for some draft pick.
Man, y'all should have started Cooper Rush today.
That's what I was telling Polston. That Rush should have played.
Like Dak didn't look healthy. Dak couldn't have been healthy.
Polston, that's what I was telling you. That Cooper Rush should have played. Not Dak Prescott.
Yeah, then Dak looks rusty in the playoffs. I mean, it's like
week 9.
It's week. Yeah. I'm trying to get playoff positioning right now, and look, we're probably already out of the positioning for getting home field advantage.
Bro.
Yeah.
Well, Green Bay
You're
lost.
Leading your division by like 3 games, bro. Like, stop it.
I'm wanting home field advantage to the playoffs.
You're not getting that, bro. Like, the Cardinals whipped the whatchamacallit's ass with Colt McCoy. Like,
but how long can Arizona sustain that, though?
Yeah, we should have run the ball. That's it. We didn't run the ball near enough. And like I said, I don't care if they get ahead, 14 points. I want to run the ball, control the clock. The defense will put points on the board. We've already seen that they can put points on the board. But we're going away from the game plan. Even whenever Cooper Rush barely beat Minnesota, we were still going away from the run. Why are we going away from the run? That's our bread and that's our butter. Just like Duke Botters said, I was over there in Duke Botters chats. Bread and butter. That's what you need to sit there. That's what needs to be on the back of Zeke. That's what needs to be on the back of Pollard. And they didn't run the ball enough. I
know you want home field advantage throughout the playoffs, but honestly, I just don't. I could see one of y'all going in Arizona and winning that game. Green Bay did it. Green Bay went in Arizona and won on Thursday night.
Arizona is not as good as advertised. I agree.
I don't think they are. I
don't
think they're overrated.
Yeah. I still have the Rams being probably my Super Bowl winner, or not the Super Bowl winner, but the NFC representative. And I have the Browns winning the Super Bowl this year. And the only reason that is because the Browns got a solid running game.
Oh, they look good against the Bengals today. Oh my God, they look so
fucking demolished them.
They straight grabbed the Bengals. The Bengals, I know they got beat by the Jets.
Not to cut you, but Abraham said, "Do you think some college football games are rigged?" I don't know about college, but I damn sure know NFL games are rigged.
Yeah, college is definitely. A lot of them are rigged. Like you saw the Alabama A&M game this year, and it's not even like they're good at it anymore. That was one of the things. That's why I think that Sam Ehlinger could have been possibly the best quarterback in this draft, is because he was whenever he was throwing to his wide receivers were just like basically knocking the ball down. So he could have probably had like a 75% passer rating if they would have caught the ball. So,
I hope the Texans make a trade for Ellinger in the offseason with the 3rd round pick.
Yeah, that would be good because I'm telling you, man. Whenever I was watching the Texas Longhorn games, especially against trash Oklahoma, they should have just destroyed Oklahoma last year. And his wide receivers were acting like it was like the ball was fucking lava or something. He would hit them in the hand, and they would play volleyball with it and stuff. I'm like, this is, you're supposed to catch it, but
hey, D1, we got a Pats fan in the house. He said, "How about them Pats?"
Man, y'all play Sam Darnold. That's what y'all always do to Sam Darnold. Fuck the Pats.
I hope we don't. I hope we don't trade for Sam Darnold. I hope the Texans don't.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Oh, okay. So D1. You want your Dolphins to go running back in the 1st round or defense?
I hate running backs in the 1st round. You got to be like generational, but it all depends on what that Niner pick, where that's going to be. I feel I don't know where that Niner pick is going to be. Okay, if it's in the top 10,
yeah.
If it's in the top 10, then I wouldn't want to run it back in the top 10.
So you would go defense?
Yeah, I'll go linebacker. Unless there's a fucking stud O-line there at 10 or something like. But I'm just tired. I'm just tired of these O-linemen being trash that we're drafting, man. Like, we can't fucking develop them for shit. So why even draft one?
Why
even draft one?
Byron Jones, right?
Huh?
You still got Byron Jones, right?
Yeah, we got Byron.
Would you consider going for like somebody like Stingley, a cornerback?
That would help Xavier Howard out.
Well, I don't know how long Xavier Howard's going to be here. I don't know if he's going to be here after this year. But I wouldn't mind going cornerback. I wouldn't mind being running back, linebacker, or cornerback.
This draft is going to be a defensive draft. Do the secondary and the defense, the defensive tackles, man, it's loaded.
Honestly, I think this quarterback draft class this year. I think Mac Jones, like you said, was putting the best.
This is a trash ass quarterback draft class.
But this quarterback class has been terrible. I think next year will be the same. That's why I don't want my Texans going in the 1st round going quarterback. I think I agree with Prodigal Hill. I want to go. I want an edge rusher to supplement our line, and we lost Merciless, we lost J.J. Watt.
Well, you don't know if if whoever's trading. I would think the trade will go down before the draft. Like, that would be very stupid not to have it done before the draft. So y'all can get y'all picks, probably rebuild the defense out of this draft. Like you said, it's a deep defensive draft. So, I mean.
Well, I also think the Texans.
And it's like, I don't know what to say either because I don't know. I may not have that Niner pick come March. You know what I mean? It may be part of the package to the Texans to get the shot. I don't know.
How bad do you want Watson, D1?
I don't run him real bad, bro. I believe in Tua, bro. Like, that's the dude I scouted. That's the dude I wanted out of the draft.
If you take Watson now, who starts?
If you take Watson, what you mean?
If you had Watson and Tua, who would you start?
I'll start Watson. He's elite. Like, I mean, I ain't stupid. I mean, I think Tua is not elite yet. This man has only started 13 games. People want to bash Tua. He's only played 13 games.
Okay, fair enough.
And he's 7-6 in 13 games. But hey, I'll take Watson is a top 7 quarterback. I mean, why wouldn't I want a top 7 quarterback?
Zach Wilson?
He's doo-doo butter. The Jets' backups look better than him. After first, I just thought the Jets wasn't doing them any favors until I saw what the backups are doing. And you got Mike White fucking dropping like 70 points in 2 games. I mean, when they were struggling to score.
I didn't see that coming.
I didn't see it coming.
Even Josh Johnson got in the game and was scoring shit for them.
So you think Zach Wilson's a bust?
I knew he was going to be a bust when they drafted him. He was the one with the most bust potential compared to all the other quarterbacks. And I said that coming in the draft. I'm like, yo, like Zach Wilson, he got
for the Bills.
His arm is all nice. He got a strong arm and all that, but that motherfucker was not that good in college. And I understand they drafted him based on his potential. And I mean, the guys only played 7 games, but it's just like the backups just look way better than him. They just look way better, like light years better than him. So.
So okay, so let me put if you get Watson next year, you think he'll be a threat for the AFC East?
Of course. I mean, I would think that's what an elite quarterback would do for your team. And also, I mean, I still believe that I don't think the Dolphins are lack talent. I really think this Deshaun Watson shit really distracted us, especially on the defensive side of the ball. I don't believe we lack talent on the defensive side of the ball. We may lack some pieces, but we're not lacking talent. So I just feel as though this trade shit really fucked up the mojo going into this season. And it just lingered since
Notice
March.
how they put Dolphins and Texans right after the trade.
Yep, that's why I said it in my hate week. That's why I said in my hate week towards you. Like they did that shit on purpose. Like they thought we'll make the trade, and then
they thought the trade was gonna have Deshaun was gonna have his cake and run all over us.
Exactly.
But I mean, you wouldn't have needed Deshaun for that. He won without him.
I mean,
if you would have had Deshaun, you would have blew us out even more. But honestly, it's like I told you, nothing personal. You're just doing us a favor because, like I said, I want to be a top 5. I want to get my edge rusher in the draft.
Yeah, that Kayvon Thibodeau.
Yes. I want an edge rusher. I don't want to go quarterback.
How's Mac Jones better than Tua? But Tua beat Mac Jones. How? Like I understand. Like y'all got a better record or whatever, but. Tua beat Mac Jones in the NFL, and Mac Jones was Tua's backup in college. There is no way, shape, or form. Y'all would be better off if Tua was a Patriot. The Patriots would be better if Tua was a Patriot. Mac Jones is just doing what he's supposed to do, not turn the ball over too much. He has an O-line. You have a run game. You have a defense. You have experienced coaches. You have experienced offensive coordinator. Jesus. That's what I need. We don't have the Dolphins don't have 4 offensive coordinators since Flores been here. And mind you, this is only his 3rd season. This is the middle of his 3rd season. He's only been here for 2.5. He's only coached 2.5 seasons, and we've had 4 OCs already. So,
how many years has Tua been in the league?
Since last year, he was drafted last year. Like I said, he's only played 13 games.
Okay. Yeah, so he's still kind of new.
He hasn't even played a full season yet.
Yeah. I understand. But he got a broken finger, though, man. That kind of sucks.
Oh, yeah, it's fractured. But he was throwing before the game started. That's why everybody was shocked that Jacoby started. You know, like,
I think they knew y'all didn't have to start him against us. Hell, you could have – if you won with Jacoby per se, you could have won with anybody. Oh, they could have put you in there and you would have beaten us.
Facts. I probably wanted to turn the ball over as much as fucking just said.
They could have put Brodicle Hill behind the Dolphins.
Because I really feel like, bro, Brissett did nothing, bro. Like, I honestly, like, I don't even remember how we even scored 17 points. Like, I don't even.
Well, I know one of them was off of a fumble, and I think Tyrod fumbled the ball on one play, and you guys recovered it back on like hour 10, and then y'all end up scoring.
I know we ran a wildcat play to score the first touchdown.
I'll be back, man.
All right.
All right.
Prodigal's getting off. He said he'll be back. Yeah, his phone's not charged all the way. Yeah, but to tell you the truth, man, it's like I said, I was shocked you came out with a hate week video. I think it's because of Deshaun Watson.
It was because of Deshaun Watson, bro. I hated like I was genuinely hateful in that video. I was genuinely hateful. It was fuck y'all for this week, bro. Like, because y'all put out all that bullshit. We only asked about that man back in March.
What was y'all's offer? What was y'all's offer to us?
From what I heard, it was just 2 first-rounders and a player.
Ooh, I think the Texans should have jumped on that.
No, because y'all want 3 first rounders, a second round, and a player. And I think it's only because y'all trying to get back at us. That's you're only trying to get back at us.
Yeah, because the Lamarly Tunzel trade with the 3 first rounds, I think gave y'all. That's why we were trying to gain back. But I mean, to be honest with you, I think the only reason why the Texans are still asking for all that is because I think they know Deshaun's going to pay these bitches off. I think they know he's not going to prison. I think they're just stalling, and then once Deshaun says, "Hey, I got all these women paid off," so that eliminates the criminal aspect. He pays them off. Now he's available for talk. And he's coming off a 1-year off period. He's 25, 24, 25, somewhere around there. He's locked in still on a 6-year deal. I think the Dolphins would still be interested in the offseason in taking that,
Yeah.
And I think honestly, and the way this league is set up now, it's designed for quarterbacks and receivers to score.
Exactly.
It's really like a less of a defensive. I mean, I'm not saying defense doesn't exist, but it's not like it was in the early 2000s and 90s and 80s where everything was predicated on defense. Now it's just like you have to have offense. You got to put points on the board. You have score. You got to put points. You got to put points on the board. So it's a quarterback-driven league. They got rules in place to protect the quarterback. I think you would be foolish not to – I mean, even if you had to trade more than what you think it's worth getting Watson – I think Miami would have to consider taking that option because I'm thinking if I'm Stephen Ross and I'm sitting back and I'm like, damn, okay, we're going on another bad season.
He spoke to Watson the night right before the trade deadline.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No, I don't follow.
I mean, that was everywhere, huh?
I was following Tyrod and his status. I'm following the draft for next year. I just want Watson gone.
Like Ross requested the Panthers and Ross the Panthers requested to speak to Watson. He turned them down. On November 1st, the day before the trade deadline that night. And also my owner called, requested to speak to him, and he accepted it and they talked.
Okay, the king of the Patriots just said the defense won the game, not Tua.
But Tua is 2-0 versus the Patriots, though.
He's 2-0 against the Patriots?
Yeah.
So he's undefeated against the Patriots.
He's undefeated versus the Patriots, but you know how Belichick loves feasting on young QBs, though. You know how he loves to confuse young QBs, but Tua is 2-0. But whatever.
So he's 2-0, and then Tua is going to play the Patriots again this year, right?
Shit, hopefully if he's fucking healthy, I don't know what the fuck else is going to pop up. I don't know. Motherfucking quarterbacks drop like flies behind this whole line.
Well, I did have the Dolphins. How many games y'all won last year?
10.
Oh, y'all barely missed it.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. If there would have been 7 teams last year, well, 7 teams made the playoffs last year.
It was.
Shit. So y'all barely missed it.
Mm-hmm.
I had y'all winning 11 this year, but I also predicted y'all were going to get Deshaun.
Man. Fuck Deshaun. Fuck him. Fuck the Texans too.
All right. Well, I mean, hey, look, it's nothing personal, but like I said, in the offseason, you guys may get him.
I mean, it's a possibility, but
I mean, even if Deshaun went there before the trade deadline, I don't think it really going to matter.
Nah, I don't think so either.
2-7. I mean, even if you did manage to win 4 or 5 games, and let's say you stretch it,
it wouldn't have mattered.
I don't think it matters. I think for next year, though, I think the Dolphins need to go all in on the Deshaun trade. I think they need to get back.
Of course you do, man. You want all the draft picks back. Of course you want that.
Well, it's a win-win for both of us. You guys have a franchise quarterback, and then we got our picks. It's a rebuild. It's a win-win.
Right. You should have just gave us Deshaun Watson when we gave you fucking Tunsil or something. I don't know.
Honestly, I think the Texans should have asked. I think their asking price should have went down. But I think
exactly, and if they would have went down, we would have been got Deshaun.
Oh yeah, I mean you'd have him right now, and y'all would have used him in this game. But I'm just saying, I think that the Texans should have asked for 2 first rounds and a player. I think that would have been a fair deal.
I thought so too. But y'all motherfuckers want to gouge motherfuckers' eyes out and shit. Take their whole motherfucking next 3 years of fucking draft picks. I mean, y'all being greedy right now, and y'all have a serial rapist. Like, you're being greedy. Especially when we don't know. We're not going to get any protection on the picks. So that was a big thing. It's like it's not going to be any type of compensations if he goes to jail or is suspended for X amount of games. None of that. Y'all just want 3 first rounders, a second rounder, and 2 players. Like, man.
Well, let me put it like this. If you guys got Deshaun Watson, do you think it'll be enough to win the AFC East?
What'd you say?
Would y'all win the AFC East with Deshaun next year?
Fuck yeah. Deshaun's better than Josh Allen. We literally have the best quarterback in the division.
And he did beat Josh Allen in the playoff game too. So
exactly.
Yeah. I mean, we had to come back from that game. I mean,
it don't matter. It was down by 17, and y'all came back and won it and made them look silly doing it.
Yeah, we're only returning the favor to Buffalo, what they did to us in 92 in the wild card game. When they were up, we were up 32-0, and the Bills came back and won that game.
32-0?
At halftime, the Oilers were up, and the Bills came back and won that game in overtime.
Wow.
Yeah, that was one of the greatest NFL comebacks of all time. I think that's when the Bills made the Super Bowl 4 years in a row or some shit like that. I think if I'm correct, because I think they had a stretch where they made it 4 years in a row.
Yeah, they did. And lost all 4.
Oh, they lost all 4 of them?
Yeah.
So is Tua better than Josh Allen? That's what Rick says. He wants to know.
Hell no. What?
Okay, is Tua better than Mac Jones?
Yeah, he better than Mac Jones.
Okay. Is he better than Zach Wilson?
Oh, fuck. Zach Wilson has been horrible. Zach Wilson has been the worst of the rookies.
Oh, okay. So you got, out of all 4 starting quarterbacks, you got Josh Allen at 1, Tua at 2, and then who you got, Mac Jones at 3 or Zach Wilson?
What, for this rookie draft class?
Yeah, like if you had to rank them 1 through 4 with the starting quarterbacks of the AFC East, you got Allen at 1.
Oh, okay. Allen 1, 2 at 2, 3 Mac, 4 Zach.
Okay. So the Jets are dead last.
Yeah.
Damn. And Mac Jones is second to last. And Tua is ranked second. Damn. Well, I mean, I can't really argue that, man. And y'all did beat us. Who do y'all got next week?
You got a Thursday night game versus the Ravens, bro.
Oh, fuck. And Deshaun Watson would have looked good right about now.
Oh, my God.
And they just came off an ugly win against the Minnesota Vikings, but they were getting their asses kicked by the Vikings to start the game. It was like 17-3, and they came back since the overtime. What are the chances of y'all beating the Ravens on Thursday? I mean, is any given?
I don't even know who's going to be the quarterback, to be honest. I can't even give it. I don't know who's the quarterback. If it's Brissett, it's worse. If it's Brissett, it's worse chances than what Tua would give us.
Okay, what if Tua's playing?
If Tua's playing, man, they D line. We just have a higher percentage of winning if Tua's out there. But I'm scared for Tua's life. You know, that D line of theirs with our O line, bro. Like I said, we rushed 20 times.
For 34 yards.
For 34 yards versus the Texans. Your Texans. It's not like y'all have a great defense or even just a great run defense.
And we let go a lot of guys. We lost Merciless. We lost Charles Omenure. We lost Hartgraves. Yeah, we lost a lot of our guys.
So if we can't run and protect the quarterback versus the Texans, then it's going to be a massacre.
A short week against the Ravens.
They always give me the Ravens. They hardly ever let me play the Ravens on a Sunday, bro. It always got to be a fucking Thursday night game versus the Ravens. I don't understand that.
Like I said, I already know we're tanking, so I have no worries about it. Quite frankly, I wish Davis Mills would have played today, and they would have just put Tyrod on the bench. Honestly, I think Tyrod is past his prime. I think he's done. I think today was I think today marks the end of his career, in my opinion. But I think he'll go somewhere else, and he'll be a nice second or third string guy if you got to bring him in to manage the game, whatever. But Tyrod is not the same Tyrod, and today he struggled badly and can't get in the end zone, and he's just too injury prone, man. And it's just, honestly, unless he's scrambling, he's running the ball in the pocket or out of the pocket, that's the only time he's good at throwing. Like, as him as a pocket passer, he's not really that good. And when he runs the ball, like, yeah, he'll scramble for 20 yards here, 10 yards here, or he'll dish it off just for across the line of scrimmage. And, he'll do some acrobatic plays that kind of remind you of a small shade of Lamar Jackson, but then reality sets in, he gets injured, he pulls a hamstring or he gets injured. And it's just, honestly, today he played so badly.
Bro, he was bad today. This is the worst I ever seen him.
He played so badly. I just think he should get cut. Like, I mean, it was that bad. I think tomorrow they should cut him. I don't even think he should play another down again for us. I think he should be cut and released tomorrow. And a lot of people are saying, well, why would you want Davis Mills back in? Why not? Because he was your third round pick.
I would say, well, I just want to see what you got in them. Fuck it. Bro, you don't even have to worry about you don't even have to worry about like going, being one of the worst teams in history by only, by going 0-16. You already got the win out the way. You already got the win out the way.
Yep.
Like, now you can just scout what people you have.
Exactly. That I said player evaluation starts. I said that started 3 weeks ago, and I would bench Tyrod Taylor, and I would let Davis start. In fact, Davis would have been playing in this Dolphins game, and then I would have had him playing the remainder of the year, and Tyrod would just be on the bench.
Yeah, Tyrod was too rusty.
The only time you play Tyrod Taylor is when you're trying to win. That's a veteran backup quarterback. Why would you have him in there? Obviously, you're trying to win. Why do you want to win at this time of the season? That's stupid. Put him on the bench. Let Davis Mills play the rest of the year and evaluate him and see what you got. Might as well. And we got to buy this week. Thank God. We got to buy this week, and then hopefully next week they'll put Davis back in and just let him play. And then you got a 14-game sample size at the end of the year on Davis, and you can say, okay, this is what the pros and cons are. Where do we stand with this guy going into next year? And then we go in the draft, get another quarterback in the third round. I'm on Brock Purdy. I say we should get him from Iowa State, third round. And then first round, we go edge rusher. We get a defensive end to accommodate the loss of Whitney Merciless. And then after that, we'll go maybe secondary, corner, or whatever. And then after that, we go quarterback, and then we can go O-line and then go from there. But I think the Texans would be foolish to grab Spencer Rattler in the first round. I think that's fool's gold.
Nah, he washed.
Yeah, the guy from the backup from Oklahoma. I mean, I like the kid, but he's not worth grabbing at the number one, the number two pick in the
league. He fucked up his draft. He definitely just fucked up his draft.
Well, most of the quarterbacks going into this draft are going to be not that good. Like the draft class
from Liberty and
next year, same thing.
Is it a Heisman Trophy leader is some quarterback from Liberty?
Yeah, it's not going to be. It's not going to be a good draft class for quarterbacks this next year. This year wasn't that good, and next year the same thing. That's why I don't want a quarterback in the first round. I don't. I want to go third round quarterback. We can get Brock Purdy from Iowa State. That's the guy I like. And he just got done kicking our ass, my Longhorns' ass on Sunday or on Saturday. This is last Saturday. I like the kid. Great pocket passer. Seems like he can read defenses really well. He would be perfect for our system. I like Brock Purdy. And in the first round, like I said, we get a nice edge rusher. Our next Whitney Merciless. Get that out of the way. Get ourselves a secondary guy, possibly safety or corner, and then go quarterback in the third round. And then address everything else. We can go O-line, maybe get a running back, and then, whatever other positions are available. But like I said, we're cutting all the fat around the team right now. Like I said, we let Whitney go. He's with Green Bay right now, and then we traded Charles Omenier, so we got rid of one of our D linemen, and then we cut Brandon Hargrave, so he's out too. So, like I said, we're going to replace. We're getting rid of all these guys, and then we're going to rebuild in the draft. So I can kind of see the foreseeable future of what Texans are going to do. It's just, are we going to be able to execute? This draft is really what's going to grade this coaching staff. Player evaluation starts now with Davis Mills. It starts now with the rest of the guys on the team. But coaching evaluation starts this draft coming up. So all I'm doing is just sitting back and waiting. Just let us keep losing. I don't give a shit. Let whoever's next on our schedule, please beat us. I don't give a shit. And just keep beating us, keep beating us, and then we'll get a top 1 or 2 or top 3 pick. Because I want to go corner or defensive end with the first pick off the bat. So if we can get a top 5 pick, whichever one of those 2 positions, the best player available, get him. That's what I say.
Okay.
So your Dolphins got Ravens, man. That's gonna be hard, D1.
Tell me about it.
That's gonna be a tough one, man. I appreciate you for dropping by in this chat room, man. I appreciate it.
No problem. I mean, I ain't gonna make a victory lap. Ain't nothing a victory.
Ain't nothing to make a victory lap over. You did us a favor by beating us. Like I said, I said it in my hate week video response to you. I said, you're just doing us a favor, man, because if we tie, we can own that tie. But like you said, you guys needed to win because you don't own a first round draft pick, right?
Exactly.
So you have to wait on what the Niners do.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I want a top 5 pick bad. Defensive end / corner. I'll go with either one is available. Best player available when it gets to us. But I want a defensive end. But if I can get a corner, give me a corner. If not, then those are those 2 positions I want. Either one, best player available. And then second round, we go the opposite. And then third round, we go quarterback in that order. And I think the Texans don't need to go quarterback in the first round. There's not going to be a good quarterback to get in the first round this year. You can see in this draft class, they were trash. This next year, it's going to be the same thing.
Somebody's going to get picked in the first round.
Well, of course, you're going to see your quarterbacks go, but do you want like a Zach Wilson guy where you draft like, oh, man, this guy looks good, he looks great. You draft him at number 3, and then he just stinks up the fucking joint, and then you still got to address everything else. I'd rather just go on another position that's just as important but can blend in. That doesn't have that pressure, that spotlight on him saying, oh, well, we drafted the number 1 pick. We expect number 1 results. The quarterback position is going to be also, everyone's going to look at him and expect big things to happen.
Number 1.
Huh?
Y'all not going to be picking number 1.
No. Well, we were number 2 if it started right now.
Yeah. Because the Lions are.
I'm going defensive end. I want an edge rusher. I want a Whitney Merciless here. I want a new J.J. Watt here. And there's tons of defensive ends in right now. There's tons of defensive ends right now in the draft. I'd be willing to take whatever's the best one available. Well, is there anything else you want to talk about, D1? Or?
Nah, I was about to head out anyway.
All right, man. Yeah, man. It was good having you on, man. I'm about to bring another guy on here, man. Appreciate talking to you, man.
No problem, bro.
All right, take it easy, brother, and good luck the rest of the way, man.
You too.
All right, Travis, come on in, man. I'm going to let you in right now. Travis? Hey, man, talk to me. Seven upsets today. Yours was one of them. Talk to me now. What happened in that game? Broncos came in and stomped the Stone Cold Steve. I didn't even watch the highlights, but I saw the score was 34-0.
First of all, go to White Rock Lake, fool. I said go to White Rock Lake right now and go walk the trails.
Okay. So what happened in that Cowboys game? Talk to me. What's going on? What happened?
Dak had an off game. You can tell. I mean, now everybody's all saying, "Oh, did we rush him in, or we should have played Cooper Rush? We should have played Cooper Rush."
You should have.
No, it wouldn't have mattered. CeeDee Lamb was playing hurt. He was dropping balls like crazy. Even Amari dropped a few balls. I mean, there was a lot of inconsistency out there.
How did Dak look? The rumors say he looked hurt.
He did. The defense couldn't stop a fucking nosebleed on the run defense. We need to address that. McCarthy, Dan Quinn, address that shit.
If Dak looks hurt, he should not be playing.
I know, but he wants to keep his, MVP. He wants to keep in the race.
And fuck the MVP. How about a Super Bowl?
Yeah, that's true.
How about a Super Bowl? Fuck the MVP. I want a goddamn Super Bowl. The Giants went 9-7 twice. Eli Manning had garbage stats but won 2 Super Bowls.
You can't
tell me that you want an MVP over. So I want a fucking Super Bowl, man.
I know.
But I'm just saying. I told Polston this before the Cowboys-Broncos game. He said if Dak should play even at 70%, I said that's a bad idea. I said Dak sat out in this game. Cooper Rush came in and won you a game. Sure, it was an ugly win, but it was a win. I said this is another game against another bad team. Now, I'm not saying that it's not a trap game, but if I'm Cowboys 3-game lead in my division, I think I'm going to rest Dak another week. And he's like, no, but he has too much rest. I'm like, dude, I'd rather have too much rest than too little.
It isn't. It was a trap game. This was definitely a trap game. It spelt the right all on it. And we needed, it's just one loss. It happened. It happens. I mean, Denver did have the number 6 ranked defense in the league. So, you give them credit. I mean, they came out there and played. Does it piss me off? Yes, because we haven't beaten Denver since 95. But then can we learn on this? Yes, because and here's another thing. We're playing the Atlanta Falcons next week, and I know there's some Atlanta Falcon fans on here. I know who they are, like Sleeta and that Rise Up ATL guy. They're going to be hunting for their revenge next week because remember that game that we came back on them and had that onside
who does Dallas play next week?
The Atlanta Falcons at AT&T Stadium.
I think Dak is going to play in that game.
He is.
I think if Dak would have been sitting out in this game, I think he would have looked really healthy in the next week. I hope he's.
I don't want to be. I should keep my own thoughts to this because I'm not going to come on this show and guarantee a win next week because Atlanta's going to be head hunting for some revenge because of that week 2 loss, that heartbreaking loss they took to us last year.
But see, don't feel too bad though because there were 7 upsets today. Let's go over the upsets. I'll read them off to you. Okay, the 7 upsets according to Vegas odds today. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Okay. Not to mention the games that almost could have been an upset. Okay. The first game, Giants over the Raiders. Giants were Raiders are 7.5 point favor. The Giants won today. They beat the Raiders. Falcons of the Saints were a 3-point favorite. The Falcons won.
Yep.
Bills were a 17.5 point favor. Jacksonville Jacksonville defends home court against the Bills and shuts them out of the end zone and wins that game 9-6. Bengals were a 3.5 point favor. Browns won. I think the Patriots were favored in that game. Patriots beat the Panthers. Okay,
I picked the Patriots to beat the Panthers.
Cowboys were 6.5 favor to beat the Broncos and lost. Ravens almost really lost it to the Vikings. That could have been an upset. Dolphins were a 3.5 point favor, so they were going to beat us regardless. And then the Packers almost could have beaten the Chiefs. The Niners were 7.5 point favor. Arizona came in and won that game. And then the Titans beat the Rams. No Derrick Henry.
Yep.
And won. So go ahead.
I know a Rams fan on here. His name is Peyote. I mean, he's a cool guy, but I'm gonna admit something that's the truth. The Rams are really overrated. They try to buy themselves a championship. I mean, trading for Von Miller. I mean, it's just like the Jalen Ramsey when they traded for him. Do they even look at what it's going to cost their team in the future? I mean, what do they do? Give away draft picks? I mean, you're hurting your team.
Yeah, they lost a lot of draft picks.
Yeah, you're
I heard
the
they said
future.
the Rams don't even have a first-round draft pick till 2028.
Yep.
Yeah, that's bad, man. But
Now
they're
you
going
know.
all in. They're going all in this year. I'm not saying they don't have a good chance. To tell you the truth, there's no team in the NFC that, in my opinion, separates themselves from anybody. Like even Arizona, I think, even though with one loss, I think they can be beaten.
Yeah, I don't think Arizona's that great. After that Packers beat down.
I'll put it to you like this. I think that the Cowboys and the Packers are the sleepers of the NFC.
They are. They are.
I think that the Rams are still highly likely a favorite, and the Bucks are. I think those are like your two juggernauts in the NFC. And then I think the Cardinals come in like slightly right after that, even though they only have one loss, because they still have a lot to prove. But I think Cowboys and Packers are like those two underdog teams that could be a sleeper in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm even predicting it's possibility Cowboys-Packers NFC Championship game.
That'd be a crazy game. Yeah, we owe them revenge, you know.
I could see y'all facing off in the divisional round.
Possibly.
Dude, there were a lot of upsets today. There's no team right now that stands out. Even go the AFC. No. Bengals were the number one team in the AFC 2 weeks ago. They've lost to the Jets, and they got blown out at home also by the Browns.
The Bengals are inconsistent.
Yeah. And the Bengals have not lived up to the hype. The Jets almost – you know the Colts are one of the sleeper teams in the AFC with Carson Wentz. Check this out. They're 4-5. They should have 6-7 wins right now.
Yeah.
They blew the 22-3 lead against the Ravens. Do you remember that Monday Night Football game? They were kicking the living dog shit out of the Ravens and blew the game. That should have been a win right there. And then they blew the game to the Titans, where they were beating the Titans in the fourth and fumbled the game away. The Colts right now is one of my dark horse teams in the AFC. Even though I
told Big Kev,
I hate them, huh?
I just told Big Kev that after that, you know, his Titans beat the Rams. I told him the truth. I said, man, I'm gonna be real here. The Rams are overrated. They're always trying. See, that's another thing I was about to tell you. Is they tried this crap years ago with Jared Goff and Todd Gurley and them on the team. They tried to win now, buy now a championship, remember? And it didn't work out for them.
You know the Rams are accused of cheating, right?
They are?
They're accused of going over the salary cap. They went over the salary cap last year, which is not – you're not supposed to do that. And then they managed to trade for all these players this year and still managed to keep all their guys. That, to me, that sounds a little fishy right there.
Yeah, it sounds like that.
Roger Goodell, and what's going on, man? Well, how is it that the Rams went over the salary cap and then they traded for guys with higher salary caps that's going to put you way over, and they kept all their guys from the following year?
I always hate them, the Green Bay Packers, but I will admit at least the Packers ain't doing that stupid shit.
Well, if anything,
I give the Packers credit.
Yeah. Packers got a good team, man. It's just you don't like Aaron Rodgers. You have a hatred for Aaron Rodgers.
I don't think they're that great of a team.
Well, you hear what D1 Chosen just said. He said that he thinks the Dolphins are going to either get Watson or get Aaron Rodgers in the offseason. That's what he was telling me. That's what he was saying earlier.
Aaron Rodgers to Miami. Wow.
I think the Dolphins have the cap space, and they also have the draft pick position to get that quarterback. But the question is, will Stephen Ross, I think he's a GM. I think, will he be able to pull that off? But I think he's like, I don't want to give up my first round draft picks. I'm like, well, you're going to have to if you're going to want Watson or Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. If they want Aaron Rodgers, they're going to have to give up, because the Dolphins have they have, I think, two or three first round draft picks next year, and then they got like 2 every year till 2027. So if D1 wants Deshaun Watson or Aaron Rodgers, he's going to have to give up a lot of those first round draft picks. I know he don't want to, but I told him, you're in a league where you want to win now. You have to trade for a quarterback.
Get Sleet in here. Get Sports Live in the ATL.
All right. Sports Live, you want in? First of all, let's see if you can make it.
Yeah.
I'll send him the link. There's 7 upsets today, Roy.
Dude,
And everybody did shitty on their picks, so don't feel special. Everybody did terrible this week.
See, we play the Falcons next week. I am
only
not
won 5 games. Go ahead, Travis.
I am not going to sit there and slander the Falcons because I know they're going to be coming in upset from that week 2 loss from last season during the COVID season. I know they are. I know the feeling.
Let me ask you this. Do you think Jimmy G is overrated?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yep.
Okay. What do you think of Trey Lance?
I've seen a little bit of him, but he definitely needs to develop there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about those 49ers? That's what Cattle Dog says. We got Arizona Cardinal finally in the house.
Yeah.
Cattle Dog, look, man, I still think Arizona can be beat, but to be fair, you guys are the number 1 team in the league right now. So I'll give you that.
Cattle Dog can come in here. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, I mean, I sent the link down there. Jimmy G is definitely overrated, Roy Ransdell says.
Jimmy G can't even freaking pass the ball well.
Well, to be fair, Jimmy G had a good game today, but one thing Arizona did do was they dominated the clock, time of possession.
Yeah.
And I went and saw that game, and I think in the first half, like the Niners only had the ball for like 8 minutes out of the first 30. And the Cardinals did a really good job of keeping Jimmy off the field. When Jimmy was on the field, he did pretty good. First half highlights, 14 for 18, 154 yards, no turnovers, no interceptions. That's not that bad. But, again, their defense couldn't get any stops. The second half, the Cardinals did a very good job of putting pressure on Jimmy, and it really wasn't until the fourth quarter when he threw a pick. Other than that, he didn't have that bad of a game.
See, this is another thing for next week against the Falcons, and I'll admit this to Sleeta today at Sports Live in the ATL. They know Dan Quinn. You know their team knows Dan Quinn. He was their head coach.
Okay.
I worry about that.
Okay.
But we do have players. I mean, we do have KZ and Keon O'Neal, former Falcons. But we do have players that never really known the Falcon system. And one guy that was showing off today, making stops, is Micah Parsons, our first-round pick, was out there balling today. Like he's been doing against the Vikings and he's been doing all season. That kid's got potential. We
got a Cardinals fan in the house. Is that you, Cattle Dog? Show your face real quick so I know it's you, man.
Wow.
Okay, that's him. You go ahead. You can cover back up.
Anyways.
Hey, Cattle Dog.
Go ahead.
Hey.
Is that you?
Yeah, that's me. Can you hear me?
Man, how's it feel? Your Cardinals are 8-1, man. How do you feel?
I'm feeling good. Especially felt good to beat the Niners the way we did.
I wish I would have beat the Packers.
He hates Aaron Rodgers.
Fucking hate Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, we gave them that game. That's for sure.
Yeah,
but didn't you say the refs helped them out though? I think you said something like that, Cattle Dog, didn't you?
No, I didn't say that.
Oh,
I just said that we gave them that game. We gave them 10 points off a turnover.
Yeah.
So Cattle Dog, you're 8-1 now. But do you think you can sustain that the rest of the year?
Obviously, we're probably going to have a couple games here and there, but who wants to play us in the playoffs?
Nobody.
Okay, what about, do you want the Cardinals to get the number 1 pick? I mean, the number 1 seed or what?
I think they will.
Well, of course.
Okay, but do you think it's important? Do you think it's important for them to get number 1, or does it really matter to you?
The way we've been on the road, but of course you want to play at home.
Yeah.
Like, do you know there were 7 upsets today?
Yep.
7 upsets. Everybody did shitty on their picks. I think maybe a couple people won 9 games, like 2 or 3, but other than that, everybody did 7 and below. There were some people that went 4
I lost 6 games for sure.
Yeah, there were some people that only won 3 games. I won 5.
Oh wow.
Yeah, dude. This week was shitty in picks, dude. I did bad. I lost the Eagles game. I thought the Eagles were going to beat the Chargers. I was wrong. I picked the Niners to beat the Cardinals because, Murray was out. I was wrong on that. Colt McCoy ended up playing one hell of a game, by the way.
He's a Texas boy, too.
Yeah, man. I thought his career was over. Holy shit, Colt McCoy looked pretty damn good.
He played for the Giants last year. He filled in for Danny Dicksucker up there. Pardon me.
Oh, yeah, and then Danny Dimes had a good game against the Raiders today.
Fuck the Giants.
And who else won that wasn't supposed to win? Jaguars beat the Bills. Could y'all believe that? 9-6.
I'm starting to think the Bills are inconsistent.
That was a crappy game.
Who would have thought the Jaguars would have won 9-6? And they blew us out, and then we blew the Jacksonville out.
I'm starting to think that the Bills are kind of being a little bit inconsistent.
I could say this. After this week, there's no clear-cut winner. There is no, number one. I would say the number one team in the AFC just by default is the Titans. Just by default.
You know what? Can I say this?
Yeah, go ahead.
It doesn't matter if Aaron Rodgers played against the Kansas City Chiefs. I could have saw Mahomes still beaten for some reason.
I don't know, man. Kansas City struggled against Jordan Love.
They did. But the Kansas City defense did step up, and they could have stepped up against Aaron Rodgers.
So, Travis, do you see Arizona getting number 1?
Yeah, but Cattle Dog, can I tell you some of the problems with Arizona that I seen watching y'all on Thursday night?
Sure. I know what I see too, but go ahead.
Y'all don't really create turnovers. Y'all have a problem with that, man. That kind of hurt y'all.
Well, we didn't get any against the Packers, but we do get a lot of turnovers. We got 3 today.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wait. What are the 3 turnovers y'all got today? Jimmy threw 1 pick. What were the other 2?
And we got a couple fumbles.
Holy shit.
And we got a 4th down and we got downs, which is just like a turnover.
And then, kind of like us today, I'm going to admit it, kind of like us, the Cowboys, your run defense kind of struggled. I mean, don't feel bad. Ours does too. Your running game's pretty decent. It's pretty good.
I'll tell you
I think the run game struggles are kind of pick your poison type stuff.
Yeah.
And with our secondary being as good as it is, I think we're willing to give up some run to keep the chunk plays to a minimum.
So, Cattle Dog, who's that James Conner guy y'all got?
Former Steeler.
He used to play for Pittsburgh.
Dude, bro, that guy had 3 touchdowns today. 3.
I think he had 180 yards or 175 yards from scrimmage.
Yep. This man had 3 touchdowns, Travis. No one could stop him. And the way he was bursting for speed, I've never seen anything like it. This dude was breaking tackles. He was stiff-arming guys. There was one play where he could have had a 4th touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of want to ask Catavog, going back to that Packer game, where do you feel like the refs stiffed y'all with Green Bay?
I don't think the refs – I never said the refs stiffed us.
No, I thought, no, my bad. I must have heard it from somebody else.
Yeah. Oh. I did see some things that was questionable to refs. There was a lot of holding that the Green Bay Packers offensive lineman does, but they do that all the time, and they never get called for it. It's one thing.
Well, I look at it this way: the refs suck all the time. Sometimes sometimes they go your way, sometimes they don't.
Look at us today, fucking block punt, and then all of a sudden the fucking Broncos get it recovered. That was bullshit.
Well, what happened on that play?
Basically, we blocked the punt.
The dude touched the line of scrimmage. Oh.
Yeah. But then there was one where, like, you remember against the Patriots when Dak snuck it in the end zone, and then when he didn't get called for it? Well, guess what? Teddy Bridgewater did the same bullshit and got called for it today.
Oh, really?
And that's the fuck yeah. That's why I can't stand the damn refs.
Well, like I said, my team's tanking, so D1, man, congratulations on kicking our ass. But like I said, you're just doing me a favor. We don't need to win any more games. Just bench Tyrod, put in Davis Mills. You know what's funny? This draft class is so trash in terms of like quarterback stats that Davis Mills on paper is the second best quarterback in that draft class.
Damn.
And all of his stats come in garbage time. All of it.
Then,
like 99.9%.
And then today, our fucking corner, our top-notch corner guy, Trayvon Diggs, got burnt for 2 touchdowns.
Really?
Trayvon needs to clean. Yeah, he needs to clean that shit up.
He got burnt for 2 touchdowns? Holy shit.
Yeah, but Tim Patrick.
Yeah, he was feeling himself trying to get those picks.
Oh, where he tries to jump in front of the defender.
I knew it was only a matter of time.
Yeah, I think Al Harris is gonna end up getting on his ass about that. He needs to clean
trap
that
game
shit
week
up.
this week. Don't feel bad, Travis, for this loss because look at all the games today. Go look across the board and look at all these upsets.
And then I don't know if – and then something else I need to talk about. We still got injuries on our defense. I mean, Neville Gallimore, I thought he was supposed to come back this week. Didn't come back. Rumors were saying Tank Lawrence, DeMarcus Lawrence might be coming back. Never came back. Terrell Basham's playing, former Jets playing our defensive end in place of Tank Lawrence, but he ain't even fucking getting no sacks. The only guy that's producing getting sacks on our team every now and then is Oso Odigizua, and then what's his face, Randy Gregory.
To be honest,
and Michael Parsons.
I've always said this at the beginning of the year, especially when it comes to football. Well, I mean, you can really put basketball in there too, because they play so many damn games. Your team always looks good on paper week 1. And what's the first thing I always say in my live streams? Can the players stay healthy? And I never fails myself. As soon as you start hitting week 7, week 8, week 9,
you know who I blame for
those
the fucking
injuries start mounting up.
Yep. You know I blame on the calf injury for Dak.
Who?
Sorry, fucking Belichick. Fuck that cocksucker, Newey.
What did Belichick do? Oh, did he run out there and low blow him or something?
No. His players were playing dirty the whole fucking game against Dak, and that was probably why he had a calf injury, because they were out there playing rough the whole fucking time and not getting called for it.
Like I said, Dak should not have been playing today. He should have sat again. I told Polston this. I told Cowboys fans this. They're like, no, he needs to play if he's ready to go. I don't care if he's 75%. I'm like, dude, you got to hold 18 weeks.
I mean, the only thing I'm going to say about that if I heard some people saying that they wanted Cam Newton to be back the quarterback in New England. You're fucking idiots. That Mac Jones kid is a stud. I'm gonna give Patriots fans credit. They got a good quarterback there.
Well, I wouldn't mind taking Cam Newton myself, but what would be the point of taking him? Like, what would be the purpose? Like, it wouldn't benefit my Texans to sign Cam Newton. Now, if we would have took him the week we played New England, I would have said jump on it. But we're in tank mode right now, and we're 1-8. I want a top 2 pick. I'm not gonna lie. I want to lose out. I don't want to win no more. That's why I say just bench Tyrod and let Davis Mills start the rest of the year and see what we got in Davis, and that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
And then prepare for the draft. I want a defensive end in round 1. I want a corner in round 2. I want a quarterback in round 3 in that order. And then go O-line and then whatever else you want to get. That should be the draft order for the Texans going into next year.
What's the local media saying about Watson? Because they don't talk about it too much anymore.
Well, they
Is
said
he going to get charged?
He's going to pay these women off, which is expected. And then, of course, that's going to bring his draft value back, his trade value back. And then from there, address the trade. I think the Texans could either trade in the offseason, or I think we could actually use them in the actual draft and acquire more picks. I mean, there's a number of ways you can look at it, but I think that once Watson pays those women off, it'll be better. We can move forward from this and then get rid of him once and for all.
Hey, when does Arizona play Tennessee?
Ooh.
We already beat them. Week 1.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they went into Tennessee and won. I did not see that coming.
Beat their ass.
See, there's no clear-cut winner. Like in the NFC, all Bucks lost, Cowboys lost, the Rams lost. I mean, the Cardinals are really the only team that in that one-loss threshold. But again, I still think they can be beaten. But again, there's no clear-cut winner.
Yeah.
AFC, there's only really 2 teams. Ravens.
And honestly, I gotta laugh at the damn Lambs, aka Rams, the Lambs as I call them, because they're pretty. You know what they're doing? They're trying to win. They tried this shit years ago when they had Jared Goff, Todd Gurley, and remember when they had what's that one receiver plays for y'all? Steve Brandon Cooks.
Yeah.
When they had Cooks and Robert Woods and all them, they tried
they
this
did go to
fucking
the
whole.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, but they had they signed all these players and tried to buy their championship, and it failed on them before. They're idiots.
They're still trying to do it now with Stafford.
They're still trying to do it now. Yeah.
They got Ramsey. They added Adamik Sue. They got they've been had Adamik Sue, I think, didn't they?
They did. He's with
no, they let him go. He's with the Bucks. He's with the Bucks, right?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. I'm tripping. But then they got Von Miller and
Donald.
Yeah, and Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald.
And Ramsey. They got Ramsey. They got Jalen Ramsey. So that's another thing. They
mortgaged their future like the like the Niners and the Hawks did too.
Yep.
The only thing is the Rams lost a shitload of first-round picks. Like, they don't have a first-round pick till, 2027?
So did the Niners.
Holy fuck.
So did really Seattle. Seattle gave all that money for Jamal Adams, and now they're fucking having problems up there.
You know one thing I like about Arizona, like the Cardinals, but besides the fact that y'all kind of have like a Louisville knockoff logo, I mean, y'all got awesome colors, no lie. But y'all have a real nice stadium, dude. Like, y'all got a badass stadium.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Y'all got like red zone on one side.
That's where the field rolls out.
Have you ever been to a game?
Yeah, I go all the time.
How many games you go to a year?
At least 6.
Damn. So you basically are a season ticket holder.
Yep.
I didn't know that, man. How many games?
I sell a couple games to get some money back.
Yeah, right, Rose. Talk about nice stadiums. You already been to ours.
Yeah, I've been to AT&T. Yeah.
Been in front of it.
Oh, it's beautiful, dude. Jerry Jones got it made over there, man. Yeah, nice. It looks like a damn Transformer stadium.
Looks like a mall.
Kyler Murray owns Jerry's World.
He does?
That's going to be broken this
He's
year.
undefeated there.
I promise you.
Oh, no shit. Like Eli Manning.
Oh, no. Just like last year on Monday Night Football, we beating that ass. Vance Joseph's got too much defense for you guys.
I heard J.J. Watt's out. Is that true?
First of all, you beat us with fucking garbage ass Red Rifle. Try it with Dak this time. And let's see if Parsons don't put Kyler on his ass like the Packers did.
Won't matter.
It don't matter. You'll be laughing. You'll be the first one crying when Kyler Murray gets his ass knocked out.
Dude, that Colt McCoy
You
looks
can't
like
you can't kill what you can't catch.
Dude, you beat us with fucking Red Rifle. This time, Dak's gonna slaughter you, dude. Especially y'all can't stop.
Like I
Who's
said,
gonna stop Pollard and Zeke?
we stop the run all the time. What are you talking about? We have
You
the
couldn't
best
stop
fucking
Dylan. You
third
couldn't
down
stop. You
defense
couldn't stop.
in the
You
league.
couldn't stop Jones, and you couldn't stop Dylan. Who are you gonna stop? Dak and Zeke. You're gonna stop Zeke and Pollard.
No, but we sure shut fucking Henry down. We sure shut Cook down. We sure shut down.
Everybody can shut Henry down.
Hey.
I seen the Packers shut Henry down. I seen him do it last year.
Travis said everybody can shut Henry down.
I saw it last year. The Ravens shut Henry down.
Let me just see what the Cardinals D is.
Who do the Cardinals got next?
Carolina.
Oh, y'all already won that game.
That's
in Carolina, or is that in Arizona?
No, it's here. It's in the desert.
Oh, who y'all play after that then?
I want to say Seattle.
That'd be interesting.
That's going to be a good game. Wait, no, Wilson's out. Right?
He's coming back next week.
Oh, shit. And he has to come back against the Cardinals. But don't y'all own them in Seattle?
No, he's coming back next week.
Oh.
He's coming back next week.
And that's
we got the Panthers next week.
That'll be a win. That'll be a win. Panthers kind of suck right now.
Hey, Modog, show your face. I know it's you, man. Okay, cool. You can go back. All right, Modog, man.
Okay.
Wait, who do y'all play, Capital Dog?
We pay Carolina first.
Okay.
I actually thought you guys were going to beat the Dolphins.
Nope. We're tanking. And Tyrod came in and stunk up the joint just like I expected he did. But guess what? Now I know that he honestly, I think the Texans should cut him tomorrow. But that's just personally my ordeal. But I think they should let Davis Mills start. But this loss benefits us in the long run because, like I said, we're tanking for a top 3 pick. So that's what the Texans need to do is to stay on the course and just keep losing. And I'm not even for tanking, but in this case, I am.
I'm never a big fan of losing a game, but sometimes you don't have a choice but lose.
Oh, yep. We're 1-8, worst team in the league. No way we're going to come back. I mean, it makes no sense to try to win. Huh?
Remember last year, the Jaguars were supposed to tank, but somehow they started winning games towards the end of the season?
Yep.
That might happen to you guys. You win like the last 3 games.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
That's why I want Davis Mills to remain the starter, so that way that doesn't happen.
Watch. Next month, you guys you end up beating us.
Like I said, I want to go edge rusher in the first round. Second round, corner, and then third round, quarterback.
I wouldn't be surprised, though. The Texans beat the Chargers next month. I wouldn't be surprised.
Nah, like your team looks pretty good. I mean, y'all came in, won a big statement game against the Eagles, and that put you guys at 5-3.
Thanks for that. Die, Eagles, die.
But I still can't believe the fucking Giants beat the Raiders. I didn't see
that. I can. The Raiders have a hard time beating a New York team in New York. So that's just fact. I asked that the other day. That's why I picked the Raiders to lose the Giants. They can't beat them in New York. The Giants or the Jets. If it was Vegas, I would have picked the Raiders, but it wasn't in Vegas.
Dude, do you know there were 7 upsets today in football? This was like a trap game week. Who the hell would have thought Jacksonville would have beat the Bills? Go ahead.
I did not see the Bills losing.
I did not see that either. And then the Browns came in. Now, okay, the Browns and Bengals could have went either way, but I didn't expect the Browns going to dominate like that.
Cowboys, too. I did not see that. I saw it the other way around. The Cowboys destroying the Broncos like that.
We haven't beat the Broncos since '95, and it fucking sucks.
Oh, really? That long?
Yep. We beat the Chargers.
The Arizona Cardinals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They're 12th overall. And against the rush, they are, doesn't say.
I believe the Cardinals are good. Don't get me wrong. You guys are great. You guys are a great team. I pick you guys to be the number 1 seed.
I'd rather have them than the Rams.
Fuck the Rams. They're trying to buy a championship. Everybody knows it. Well, it's true. I mean, they trade all their fucking draft stock away, go get guys like Von Miller so they can just buy themselves. They tried this shit years ago when they had Jared Goff and Todd Gurley.
I just couldn't believe it. I can't believe the Detroit Lions are 0-8. I would have with Jared Goff. I would have never guessed it.
Hey, pretty soon the Rams ain't gonna have no more first round picks until like 2048.
Here,
really?
You want? I know. Hey, you want the truth? I wouldn't be surprised if the Cardinals sweep the Rams this year. You heard me, Cattle Dog. I would not be surprised.
Well, if they do, that means they're going to take the
sweep the West.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Cardinals sweep the Rams.
So how long is Murray out for?
He's day to day. He's just day to day.
Who do your Chargers got next?
You got the Vikings.
In Minnesota?
I believe so.
Oh,
y'all beat the Vikings.
No, that's in Minnesota though.
Well, see, the Vikings are like
Cooper Rush.
Minnesota can score.
Sometimes.
They got no defense, but they can score.
Yeah, but Cooper
The
Rush
Vikings almost beat the Ravens today.
Cooper Rush beat them.
And
See,
they
the
almost
Vikings
beat
can
them.
score against teams that can score, but teams that can't score, the Vikings can't score. The Vikings play up to their teams.
So who do y'all got for MVP race? Do y'all got like any? I mean, to me, I still think it's all in the air.
Tell you the real truth, you don't really want the MVP.
I think it's just too early to pick. There's a lot of people. So.
You really don't want the MVP.
The Cardinals have the second best defense in the league
Right now?
Yep.
Who's number
Scoring
one?
defense.
It shows without
The
Aaron
Bills.
Rodgers, the Packers have nobody.
I could have said that. Jordan Love is not there.
They're giving up 111 rush yards a game.
What about
They're
passing?
giving up 209 yards over the air.
Okay.
321 overall. And they're only giving up 15 points a game.
Ooh.
Hey, Dog, do you think the Patriots are for real?
The Patriots?
Yeah, you think they're for real?
I don't know. They just won, 2 games in a row. They won in the Chargers' house, and then they went back door and won in Carolina. Who did the Patriots play next?
Probably the Jets.
Let me look real quick. Let's see the Patriots schedule. Yeah, this draft class has been just terrible this year. For quarterback-wise, they play the Browns.
Browns might get them. The Browns.
Nah, man, Von South, Slater's been doing pretty good for us. For sure.
Wait. What happened? Who farted? Travis, you farted, didn't you?
No.
It's okay if you did. Dude, I don't fart all the time.
You were farting at the lake that time.
Oh, yeah.
The Cowboys are fourth in passing.
I know.
Nice.
Buccaneers number 1, Raiders number 2, Rams number 3, Cowboys, Chargers, Chiefs, Bills, Ravens, Cardinals.
Oh, sweet.
Hey, Cat, hold on. I gotta ask you, dude. Do you think the Buccaneers are good or they're overrated?
Well, yeah, they got Tom Brady.
I think the Buccaneers are a bit overrated.
Yes, to me, right now, Tampa Bay is the best team because they got Tom Brady, they're the Super Bowl champs.
Exactly. Buccaneers are overrated this season, but they're still the defending champions until someone knocks them off.
True.
Okay, who do y'all got for the best team in the AFC?
There really isn't anybody yet.
Well, if you had to pick one.
Browns are looking good right now again.
I'm going to say the Titans.
The team that lost to the Jets.
I think New England has the most upside.
They do. But I also think they're going to find a way to lose in the playoffs. I think they'll make the playoffs, but I don't think.
Really? You got Mac Jones in them to make the playoffs?
Yes, I do. Mac Jones is a good quarterback. I'm not going to deny that.
Okay.
It's going to be pretty tough for them to make the playoffs, though.
Well, I mean, they are, 5-4 right now, aren't they?
Yeah, but so is a lot of other teams. You know, the whole AFC West is 5-4. Plus, you got the Bills. Plus, you got the Steelers. Plus, you got the Ravens. Plus, you got the Bengals. The Browns are right there. I mean,
yeah, that's another
it's
thing.
going to be pretty hard to get a wild card spot.
You got to see how good Mac Jones does against teams like the Ravens and the Browns at the top.
Who do the Cowboys got?
Pick every single game.
Who the Cowboys got this week?
No, I was hearing what Modog said. What did he say about throwing a pick?
I said Mac Jones is known to throw a pick every single game.
Yeah, that's true. The Cowboys got the Falcons.
Oh, that's going to be a good one.
The
Falcons score, but they're known to choke.
Yeah, we got to bye, so I'll be just watching everybody else's team.
But I can also come and see the Cowboys being humble this week for some reason. I can see Dak getting back on his A game because he is a good leader.
Hey, Modog, you want Tyrod Taylor back?
No, we're good. I didn't like him in the first place.
Herbert's a good quarterback.
You can send him to the Lions. Anthony Lynn's to the Lions. He likes Tyrod.
We got to bye week 12, and then we got the Bears.
Oh.
The Bears.
I'm going to skull fuck Judah.
Oh, that's going to be interesting. Hate week.
I was a little disappointed that no Niners made videos.
What, in this hate week?
Really?
Niners are done. That's why.
So you mean 49 cents didn't make his usual video?
Yeah, he made one a minute long, but it was a bunch of hopes and prayers. It wasn't trash talk.
Damn.
Well, I know they trash talked the Cardinals earlier on the year, didn't they?
That CG Bully guy didn't make any videos?
Nobody made any videos this time around, really. C. McCarver made a video. That's all I really noticed.
What about Abomb?
I don't think so.
Holy shit.
When y'all played the Packers, was there any Packer video making?
No Packer fans.
You only ones I know of.
So I'll be able to clown Ginger, the hippie Ginger, and J-Dub and CPG next week.
Oh, nice.
We had fun with them week 4.
They think because they beat us last year that they're going to just come in and dominate us.
Damn. Like I said, my team's the worst team in the NFL, and I hope we keep losing. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, but how can your team be the worst when the Lions don't have a win?
I still think the Lions can beat us. Oh, hey, did you hear Modog?
What was that?
Hey, Modog, did you hear the rumor? You know your boy Philip Rivers might come out of
I'm
retirement.
gonna log out, log back in.
You're going to log out and log back in?
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Okay. Hello? Travis, what's that noise in your background? People are like,
Not me.
or is that you, Cattle Dog?
Not me.
Oh, did y'all hear the rumor that Philip Rivers may come out of retirement?
Yeah, I heard something about that.
Yeah, they said that today, that he may come out of retirement and come play next year. If so, I wouldn't mind taking back to the NFL.
I know, but to play where?
They didn't say for sure, but he's welcome to come here to a team that's going to need him.
What happened to Mo?
He said he couldn't hear us. I'd take Philip Rivers in a heartbeat. If he came out of retirement right now and needed a place to play, he's welcome to come here any day.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if the playoffs started and Arizona ends up playing Green Bay in the divisional. I wouldn't be surprised if the Cardinals finally get their revenge against Green Bay in the divisional. I'd be happy for that.
Well, wait, who's ranked number 2 after Arizona's won? Like, who has the tiebreaker? Tampa Bay? Or Rams or what? Because you got Dallas, Rams, Bucks, all 7-2 or whatever.
The Cardinals, Packers, Buccaneers, Cowboys, Rams, Saints, Falcons.
Because Arizona will be number 1. They'll get the bye.
Let's hope.
Hey, Modog.
Okay, what were you asking me now?
I said Philip Rivers is rumored to come out of retirement, come back next year.
Yeah, I heard he might be coming to the Saints this year too, just in case as well.
Oh, shit. What do you think of that?
Well, if he does, I mean, I'll support him, kind of.
If he comes, he's more than welcome to play for the Texans next year. I'll take him. Shit.
The Saints are inconsistent. They're like good one week and then they stink it up the next week.
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. I hope Andrew Luck comes back. I'll beg him to come play for us.
Andrew Luck said something about coming back to the Colts, to be honest.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
Yeah.
I think anyone will take Rivers or Luck right now over Carson Wentz on the Colts.
Well, to be fair, Carson Wentz actually had a comeback year this year. I think he might win comeback player of the year.
Is there anybody else that could win it?
Nope. Right, where Carson Wentz, from all the injuries he's had, and this year he's 4-5. Not to
What
mention,
about Des Prescott?
Oh yeah, that too.
I think he's doing a lot better than Carson Wentz.
Who? The Dak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dak sucked it up today. He was awful today.
Well, that's what happens when you don't practice and you overlook the Broncos. You can never overlook a team no matter how shitty they are.
Yeah, you overlooked how the ref fucking helped them against that block punt. That was bullshit.
What happened on that play?
Like I said, they touched the ball, and I didn't see him touch the ball. He didn't touch the ball. And
You didn't say which ball?
The fucking football. But anyways, he said the Cowboy player touched the ball, and he didn't. And even if they didn't, the refs were stupid ass fucking whoever was refereeing for that game was going to still give it to the damn donkeys.
Oh, damn. It kicked Cattle Dog out. That was my computer. My bad. Hey, Cattle Dog, if you come back in, I'll let you in. My bad. I don't know what happened there.
Fucking can't stand the Broncos.
You can't stand the Broncos, man. I can't stand my team right now. But you know what? Like I said, we have a bad football team, but we're going to stock up on draft picks. You know, on some of the trades that we did. And
if you get anybody good, man, you could be trading the Rams for some first rounders.
Yeah, if the Rams were willing to give us their 2050th first round.
If they don't get a Super Bowl this year, man, they are fucked because they ain't got nobody, no first rounders, maybe even a couple.
They're not going to get a Super Bowl, dude. For some reason, Stafford's going to fucking screw them.
I hope they don't get one.
They're not. They're not better than Tampa. Yeah, they beat Tampa, I remember, but they're not better than Arizona, definitely.
I froze up. I had to check out for a minute.
No, it's just cool. It's no big deal. Well, like I said, there were so many upsets this week in football. Man, it's crazy. All the one-loss teams have pretty much lost, except for, of course, Arizona. And in the AFC, there's no clear – I mean, like, I think Ravens and Titans, obviously, by default, are probably legitimately the best two teams right now. But even then, that could be changed, you know?
And the Titans went the favorite. The Rams were the favorite to win, too, and they lost.
Yeah, there's no clear-cut winner, and I think this week was that trap game week where everyone now it's like where that old saying goes, any given Sunday now.
See, yeah, that's the thing. We could we could have probably had our trap game this week, and you know, I'm not trying to make any promises, but I wouldn't be surprised if we come out on fire against the fucking Falcons.
Well, see, the Cowboys, this game should be a win. Yeah. It would be a trap game if the Falcons win. I think the only reason why the Falcons won is because the quarterback for the Saints is hurt.
Yeah. And I think Dak's going to knock the rust off and go back to his form this week.
I don't know, man. Something tells me I think Patriots could run the table too. Like, you know, win 4 or 5 games in a row.
Yeah, but nobody wants to see him win another Super Bowl.
Oh, fuck no. I've already seen him win too many. They've been dominating the AFC for so long. No more, please.
You know what? For some reason, I felt last year that the only reason the Bucs won is because that was just Brady trying to prove that he can win without Belichick.
Well, I was glad Brady won because I did not want to see the Chiefs win the Super Bowl.
True. They're on a downhill decline, too.
But I would have picked anyone over the Chiefs. It didn't matter who it was on the NFC.
Facts.
I wouldn't be surprised if we beat them in Kansas City. We've actually had success against the Chiefs.
Where?
Kansas City.
You know, see, the thing about the Chiefs is if they don't get home field advantage in the playoffs, I think that would actually work in their benefit. I think if the Chiefs played on the road, the Chiefs play better on the road than they do at home.
They were pretty awful today.
Well, if Aaron Rodgers was playing, no offense, I know you hate his guts, Travis, but I think the Packers would have beat them.
They would have.
Dude, they won 30. They were up 13-0, and the only reason why they had that lead was because Jordan Love kept struggling on third down conversion. If it wasn't for if Aaron Rodgers was in that game, I'm not saying Aaron Rodgers is the best, but I think he would have beat that Chiefs team.
The Chiefs got no defense.
No, they don't.
I mean, if the Chiefs win next week, it's only because it's a divisional game. It's not because the Chiefs are good.
Who do they play?
The Raiders.
Oh shit, they might win that game.
So
And the Raiders are garbage.
They are, but it's only because it's a divisional game, not because they're facing a good team.
We
You know,
play the Raiders.
I don't mean to shit on Raiders fans. It's nothing personal. If there's any Raiders fan watching, if you're one of the 9 guys, honestly, Derek Carr, in my opinion, he's overrated as fuck. I mean, they say, well, he just needs an O-liner. He's been on the Raiders for 9 years, and he never took them to the playoffs, like single-handedly by himself.
That 1 year.
Well, I thought that was Connor Cook, wasn't it?
No, he got him to the playoffs, and then he got
hurt.
But he got him a wild card spot before he got hurt.
No, I just think Derek Carr is so overrated. You see, like, and they say, well, Phillip Rivers is too. I'm like, yeah, but see, Phillip Rivers has taken the Chargers multiple times, division titles, multiple times in playoffs, multiple AFC championship games.
Yeah.
In that 15 years he was with the Chargers, he's been to like 2 AFC championship games. He also went into Indy and beat Indy in the divisional game when they were expected to lose. And then they also beat the Colts in a home playoff game in overtime. Remember that?
Yeah, I was there in 2008.
Oh, man, dude, I'm telling you, the Chargers had some decent runs and should have won at least 1 Super Bowl in that run.
Yep.
Which I can't say the same for the Raiders during Derek Carr's career. I mean, I know it's not fair to just grade one quarterback, but you could put Phillip Rivers in another uniform and he can make that team instantly better. Like he did the same with the Colts. Last year, he took them to the wild card round.
Yep.
And he almost won against the Bills through that round.
So that's what I was telling Ash and Gabe. He wasn't the problem. It was the team that couldn't catch the balls. He threw them right to their hand. They should have won that game.
Dude, if Phillip Rivers, when he comes back, to have a feeling he is, when he comes back, he's more than welcome to come play for the Texans. Hell, he can come play 3-4 years. I'll sign him the 3-4 year contract because I know you're going to get a guy that's going to be committed. He's going to come to practice. Yeah, he's got a little bit of an attitude. Yeah, he's a little bit arrogant, but you know what? He can actually back it up on the field.
I just hope he ain't another Brock Osweiler.
I just hate when they compare Phillip Rivers to Stafford, and they'll say, well, Phillip chokes the games like Stafford does. I'm like, no. The difference is Phillip Rivers takes his team to the playoffs. Matthew Stafford doesn't.
Well, he did twice. But he lost to the Cowboys the first time, and I forgot the other game he lost to.
Hey, Modog, so I got a question about the Cowboys. Do you think we'll beat the Falcons?
Yeah, I think you guys are going to beat them. I think it'll be a scoring game, but I still think you're outscoring by 10.
Yeah.
Hey, Eric says, where do you think OBJ is going to sign with?
Nobody's going to sign him.
Really?
I was going to say the same thing. I don't think anyone's going to sign him. $7 million is a lot of money.
He's going to be like Des Bryant.
Hey, maybe the Cardinals should take a chance with OBJ.
No. We're not going to let that cancer anywhere near our clubhouse.
I think Jerry Jones should give him a chance.
No, fuck no. We don't need him. We got too many receivers.
What about Modog? You got room for OBJ?
I mean, see, he wants to be a number 1 wide receiver, and, we have Allen for that, so that's not going to happen. He would have to be number 3. Because, we got Mike Williams number 2, as well as we got Austin Eckler technically as number 3. So he would be fine for number 3.
But would you want to be OBJ there or not really?
I'd take him, but I don't know, $7 million to me, I would rather find someone for a defensive player to help with our defensive problems. I think $7 million is too much money for him.
We had a guy like that years ago that wanted to be a number 1 receiver somewhere else, and Bryce Butler, and he didn't.
And Steve, we're the last team on the waiver list, so we have no chance of picking him up.
I would rather have taken Deshaun Jackson than OBJ.
That dude's playing everywhere now.
Oh, Deshaun Jackson, has he signed with anybody yet?
Yeah, he's with the Raiders.
The Raiders?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good pickup. The Raiders might pick OBJ up.
I don't know, man. I think the Raiders already have enough troubles.
Remember, Deshaun Jackson was like Donovan McNabb's number one big weapon when he first came in the league.
Yeah. I would sign OBJ, but the only problem is what would it benefit him to be here? Like it wouldn't benefit him at all because we're rebuilding. So unless he was just trying to stat bathe to audition for another team, then I guess. But even then, if we're tanking, what does it matter? Like it wouldn't benefit us to pick up OBJ at all. And it wouldn't even benefit him. It wouldn't benefit either party. You know?
I was thinking maybe he'd go to the Bucks, to be honest.
Yeah, I can see Brady. Because remember, Brady did that with Antonio Brown. He was able to calm that beast. I think he'll do the same. He did it with Randy Moss. Remember when Randy Moss was a troublemaker in Oakland? And then when he went to the Patriots, he actually was behaving.
Same thing with Antonio Brown.
I think if anything, Tom Brady would be a great I think he'd be the guy that could bring in OBJ, and I think the Bucks will sign him.
Yeah, you remember the 2016 season when Eli Manning and OBJ was a big deal, and we call it the OBJ boat party that basically cost him the game.
Boston Sports Report says bringing OBJ to the Patriots.
Possibly.
OBJ's weird, man. He likes girls to shit on himself.
Really?
Whatever you're into, I guess.
Yeah, some girl outed him, said, yeah, man, he likes me to shit on his fucking face.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
I can't even stand my own shit.
Straddle his fucking ass and squat and dump right on him. Sick fucking bastard.
Weird fucking fetish. I thought he was gay.
I thought he was too.
Hey, he's a trisexual. Try anything.
Oh, man. I guess it's what they call them. There's like a term they called it. Fuck.
Where the hell's Jarvis Landry at these days?
He had some catches against Cincy.
Oh.
Like, this is an odd week in the NFL, man. This was an odd, weird fucking week. That's all I got to say.
It's been an odd year.
And like I said, guys, there is no clear-cut winner like right now. Like, there's no team that just stands out.
There isn't. I think the team that stands out the most is technically Arizona.
Yeah, because of the one loss. But, like, if Arizona had 2 losses right now, you couldn't tell anybody apart. Like, between Dallas, Bucks, Rams, and Packers, you can't tell any of them apart.
Speaking of, I think I saw the Packers schedule. They play I know they play Seattle next, I saw. And then they got to play, I think, Minnesota. And I think they play at Minnesota. And then they got to play the Chicago Bears at home. And then they got to play the Rams up at Lambeau. I will admit, I think the Rams might get them this time.
OBJ to the Seahawks is my prediction. Roy Ransdell. Well, they did that with Josh Gordon. Where is Josh Gordon at?
Don't know.
Is he still playing? Hey, Modog, is Josh Gordon still in the league?
I don't know. I was thinking.
I forgot all about that fool. He was with the Patriots.
Let OBJ go play for a filthy ass. Let him go play for the Redskins.
Josh Gordon is currently with.
You know what? Why don't Dan Snyder just do a favor and go get OBJ for the Redskins?
Oh, Josh Gordon. Oh, he's with the Chiefs. I didn't know that.
I heard that when the Redskins change the name to the Red Tails, they're not going to allow any merchandise coming in as a Redskins in the stadium.
Really? So if you have a Redskins jersey, you can't go in?
No.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Oh, they are going to be the Red Tails instead of the Washington football team?
That's going to be announced right after the season's over. But, yeah, I've been reading that they're not going to allow any merchandise as the Redskins allowed in the stadium.
Oh, man. So no shirt? Yeah, that's messed up.
All right.
Hey,
they're going to act like they're going to delete 50 years or whatever, how long they've been around. history, right? Like it's all good.
Speaking of merchandise, do y'all ever buy off NFLshop.com?
I rarely go on there.
Oh yeah. I was trying to see what this year's winter hat is going to be, because I was at the mall the other day and I was thinking about picking up one of the on-field, the winter hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know which one they're going to be wearing this year on the sidelines. I think I figured it out now. I think it says on-field or official sideline.
Should probably wait till that Black Monday or Cyber Monday to buy that.
Yeah. Well, I already got one ordered and it's coming in the mail now.
What's that?
What are the winter hats?
Talking about like those beanies or the beanies on the West Coast, but they're not called beanies out here in Michigan. They're called hats. Like, you guys got any beanies? Like hats? We got hats.
Hey, is it cold right now where you guys are at?
Yep. I had to turn on my heater a couple weeks ago.
How cold is it in Michigan?
Right now, my thermometer says 42.
Damn.
I got the last year's hat. You see, that was the 2020 on sideline hat.
Yeah,
That's
the
the
day
one.
after. Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's the one from 2020.
Yeah, it says Eric says that my Indians fans are allowed to have Indians gear if they want to, even though they're called the Guardians now.
Probably until it offends somebody.
Well, I mean, honestly, Roy, y'all did bring Josh Gordon to New England and it didn't work. I know with Randy Moss, when y'all brought him in, that's a different story. Chad Ochocinco, I think, played for the Patriots. That was an okay move, but it didn't work with Josh Gordon in today's league. So I think if you were to bring in if you were bringing OBJ, I don't think in that case it would work in today's game. Maybe 10 years ago with Randy Moss, different story. But
Randy Moss didn't get a ring, though, huh?
Wait, what?
Did Randy Moss win that ring?
No, they won Super Bowl that year, but they lost to the who they beat Super Bowl? I forgot who y'all lost.
Giants.
Oh yeah, because that's the year they went undefeated until that Super Bowl game.
They lost to Eli.
See, that year,
the Giants. That was a David Tyree catch.
That year was kind of iffy for me because I wanted the Patriots to lose, but at the same time, the only reason why I wanted him to win was because of Junior Seau. I wanted him to get a ring, but I did not want Tom Brady to win at the same time.
Yeah, and Randy Moss, I think he had like 40 touchdowns during the regular season or some shit like that. As a receiver, that was sick.
You remember the David Tyree catch?
Yeah, the helmet catch.
That was it. That was that year. I ain't gonna lie. It sucks to say this, but I actually rooted for the Giants to win that year.
You did?
Yeah, I'll admit it. I didn't want to see the Patriots win another Super Bowl that year.
See, that's why when I was telling you earlier, you were talking about Dak Prescott wants to win that MVP. I said, fucking MVP. I'd rather win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Right?
Fucking MVP.
Because MVP is only for the player. It doesn't do nothing for the team or the fans.
Ask Aaron Rodgers that last year.
Peyton Manning was MVP. What did I do for the Colts?
Same thing about Aaron Rodgers and the Packers.
Yeah, because Aaron Rodgers got like 4 MVPs and like one.
Three of them.
And Drew Brees has got like 4. I mean, it doesn't mean anything.
Why do they always give the MVP to the quarterbacks?
It's hard not to because they're the main.
But let me ask you something. In 2006, LT got MVP, right? But in 2003, his stats were almost the same, but he wasn't MVP, and he wasn't even considered an MVP candidate. But he had 2,400 yards overall, He had 24 rushing touchdowns plus 3 receiving, but yet he wasn't even an MVP candidate. Peyton Manning and some other guy got tied with 2003 with the MVP candidate, winning MVP, but he wasn't even mentioned as an MVP. But yet, 3 years later, LT does the same thing with just a couple more touchdowns and he wins MVP. You would think LT would have been at least mentioned as an MVP candidate in 2003.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, how the quarterbacks always get special treatment. It's not like NBA basketball where they can pass the MVP around at different positions, you know?
Yeah.
But like football, it's kind of harder because, you know, it's hard for a cornerback or like a defensive end to get the same kind of stats that a quarterback can get. You know, like the only thing you can measure a quarterback up to is either a running back or a receiver. You know? And I think that's that's why it's so hard. Like especially when they do what's that trophy called the Heisman. It's the same thing. Like 99.9% of the time, a quarterback always gets picked. Like Bijan Robinson, our running back, is supposed to be like one of the top 3 candidates for the Heisman this year. But I doubt he's going to win because they're going to give it to a quarterback. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just one of those awards where it's like it feels like more of a beauty pageant than an actual MVP, because like it's kind of hard to like, because personally I know like in the NBA they do this a lot. They pass that MVP trophy out a lot to make it more fair, because like the years that Steve Nash won MVP, Kobe Bryant did way better than him numbers wise, but like they didn't want to just keep giving the trophy to the same guy. So they'll just pass the trophy around and let everybody else win. And I feel like that's where the NFL is kind of in the same way when it comes to MVP race. I feel like it's just another way of just passing the trophy around, you know, so that way everybody gets like a
Steve.
fair share. Yeah.
Hey, I got to announce this real quick to Roy Ramsdale and the Boston Sports Report. You guys got a feature with Mac Jones, and I heard there was some fucking Patriot fans that are actually wanting Cam Newton to be your quarterback. They're full of shit.
Well, I think that's from these last 2 weeks have definitely silenced those critics. I don't think you're going to see Patriots fans rallying behind Cam Newton. I think that's over with now. I think Patriots 5-4 now. Yeah, I think those talks are going to get shut down already.
Yeah, I know we beat him in overtime, but hey, still, dude, Mac Jones played us tough.
I would have took Cam Newton the week we played New England, but they didn't jump on it. And I remember after that loss, I was like, yep, I don't want Cam Newton anymore because I don't see the point.
Yeah.
Cam Newton needs to retire.
You think so?
I think he does. I mean, he's not going to take a team to a Super Bowl. I mean, unless he wants to get a few more bucks. I thought really it was kind of a slap in the face, his contract he got from the Patriots. Well, imagine getting only $700,000 to play a game. He only won, 7 games last year. He's not really going to do anything. So, I mean, unless you're playing this for stats, and I don't really think any team's going to pick him up, to be honest. It's time to retire.
I think he's better than Tyrod Taylor.
Who's going to pick him up? Seriously, right now.
Yeah, I don't see any team. I wouldn't even see a point in picking him up. I don't see how it would benefit anybody. But I think Cam Newton would probably get picked up next year. I could see maybe a team or two gambling on him as a backup.
That would be the most thing I can see him as a backup.
Yeah, like a Fitzpatrick or some shit like that. You know, Ryan Fitzpatrick, I don't know how that guy manages to start on every team he goes to. Like, if you notice, like he's a backup quarterback, and every team that picks him up, he's automatically starting. Redskins, Texans, everywhere he goes, Titans, everywhere he goes, he fucking starts. You notice that?
If there's one team he can beat, it's the Raiders. Beats him on every team.
Dude, Ryan Fitzpatrick, everywhere this fucker goes, he starts. I don't know how he fucking does it. He must know some people. But like even with the Redskins or the Washington football team, Like he was a starter, all the last year or this year?
This year, it was. I think it was Alex Smith last year until
he always starts. Like everywhere he goes, he automatically wins the starting. I'm not saying he hasn't earned it because he has talent, but it's crazy how Ryan Fitzpatrick can go to any team and they will, like the Dolphins did it. Remember they called him Ryan Fitzmagic?
Yeah.
It's just something about that guy. When you bring him to your team, he just automatically starts.
Hey, speaking of, I got to ask a question. So you were talking about the Washington's going to be the Red Tails. Are they going to keep the same look they have, the number on their helmet and the same jersey?
Oh, I don't know. They're not going to show none of the designs, I think, until after the season's over.
Yeah, interesting.
But I'm pretty sure the colors and everything are going to be the same.
Yeah. I think their head coach is overrated, though, Riverboat Ron. I told the fucking football team fans that he was overrated.
Who?
Dude, I like the guy, Ron Rivera.
You like Ron Rivera?
When we had him on the Chargers back in 2009 and 2010, we had the number one defense. We never should have let him go. We should have got rid of Noah Turner. But we let him go like an idiot because, we have Dean Spanos. How do you let go someone who gave you the number one defense?
A lot of people think Mike McCarthy's a terrible coach here in Dallas. They think that it's Kellen Moore and Dan Quinn running this team.
I mean, he might not be so good at now, but back then, yeah, he was good.
Yeah.
Who?
Ron Rivera.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, this year is going to be an interesting year. There is no clear-cut winner. And this week definitely set a precedent of 7 upsets, 7 Vegas odd upsets.
Now I want to see what that Saleh guy does with the Jets.
If y'all want to get a good laugh, go watch the Texans Dolphins highlights. 9 turnovers today. Like everybody was talking about how this game was like they actually gave it a call. They called it the trash bowl or whatever, the tank bowl. And D1 can sit here and deny, we're not tanking. I'm like, but y'all, the Dolphins gave us so many chances to win, and we couldn't fucking win. But the Texans had 4 turnovers. The Dolphins had 5. And the NFL even had a 3-minute clip where it shows all of our turnovers from both sides. And then that doesn't account for all the turnovers that we should have had from dropped interceptions and then recovered our own fumbles. I think they said the Dolphins should have had about 9 or 10 turnovers, and the Texans should have had somewhere around the same. It was just today was just there. Let's just say there were more turnovers than there were positives. It was a really ugly game between those two. Really ugly game today. But the Dolphins won, did us a favor. So thank you once again, D1, for doing us a favor, and that's making sure we secure that top 5.
Steve, yeah. I got to ask Modog this.
Go ahead.
So since the Broncos, a.k.a. the Donkeys, beat us today, do you still think they're a good team, or they're kind of a little overhyped?
I think it was really this a shocker game. I don't think they're a good team because they don't really have anybody to be a good team. They're not going to go to the playoffs. This is just one of those teams that wanted to make a statement while the Cowboys didn't practice or anything like that because they thought, that the Broncos got rid of Von Miller. They got nobody left. So we're not going to practice all week. And then they just weren't ready for the Broncos.
Oh, yeah. Hands down.
So
you should know by now you have to be ready for every single team because they're saying any given Sunday, and this was any given Sunday.
Yeah. Plus, Dallas has been banged up on their defense, even though it didn't show it week 2. Neville Gallimore's been out since pretty much since the preseason. And Kelvin Joseph barely just came in the starting line, and then Demarcus Lawrence has been out since week 1. Michael Gallup's been out. we just had depth, and seems like that depth's running thin because the only guy that was out there making plays today on defense was Micah Parsons.
Oh,
you know how he is.
Oh, he's a monster.
Bodog already experienced that week 1 too.
But any mistakes you guys made, it's best that you see them now so you can fix them now instead of
run defense.
Too late.
We gotta clean that run defense up. I don't care. Micah is gonna have to get the troops together and tell them we need to clean this shit up. We need to stop letting teams run on us like they do.
I think that's all the Broncos really have, pretty much. It's a run game. They don't have no defense, no offense, or nothing else.
They're lucky. Let's put it this way: the Broncos are really just lucky we weren't in sync, because we weren't in sync today. If we were in sync like we've been, we would have killed the Broncos.
I don't even know how many more wins they're going to get this season, to be honest. This might be the last one of the season.
Why are Broncos fans so arrogant, though? I mean, I'm cool with
They've been
David
like
from Colorado.
50 Super Bowls.
I've met Bronco fans in real life, and they are always dicks for some reason. Something about Denver. I've heard they call it a nickname to Denver. I heard they call it Manver.
Well, I'm not going to lie, going to Mile High Stadium is not an easy place to play in, and especially the air is real thin up there, too. Like, even the Denver Nuggets do that, too. When you go to Denver to play the Nuggets, it's hard to breathe and shit. You got to see players on, air monitors and shit, you know?
I've been there once. I have cousins in Colorado Springs, so I've been to the Broncos Jets game back in 2010.
Is it true it's hard to breathe in that stadium?
It might be for them because they're running around. I mean, it was okay for us.
They said the air is real thin.
It is. You're up there. But like I said, we were up there for about a week, so I didn't really notice the difference. But I wasn't running around and doing all that. I was just still.
I mean, there is some Bronco fans that are cool. I know one on here. You like David from Colorado? He's cool. But it seems like fucking Corwin was cocky this week. I saw his video calling out Ella, and I responded to it, but of course he didn't respond to me. Bronco fans think they're like Packer fans, can come take over our stadium. There was a mixture of Cowboys and Bronco fans at the stadium today. He thinks
when Dallas played that Thursday night opener against the Bucs, I had left the movie theater, and inside the what restaurant was that? Big City Wings. There were nothing but Dallas. I've never seen that many Dallas Cowboy fans in my life. Support their team like that whole place was. There must have been at least about 300 Cowboy fans in that one little restaurant. It was wow, I wish Texans fans were like that, where they could just congregate and everything. But I think the Cowboys fan base also comes from the fact that with all the previous history with that team, with the Roger Starbacks and the Troy Aikmans, the Michael Irvins, and the 5 Super Bowls, and I think that history also sort of helps predicate and keeps that prestigious fan base like that. I'm not saying they're bandwagoners, because a lot of them grew up during that time too, saw the Super Bowls, saw all those eras. But I think the history of Dallas and the Cowboys sort of helps make that fan base what they are, because I've seen group pages on Facebook. I saw a fan page from Greece, and it was it said Dallas Cowboys fan base, and it had Greece on it. And believe it or not, it was nothing but people from Greece that were all Cowboys fans.
See?
I thought it was pretty amazing, because I've never thought I would see something like that.
I love it. I love it when Packer fans, or even, no offense to you, Boston Sports Reports, Patriots fans, claim they're the real America's team. No, you're not. There's too many Cowboy fans out here.
Oh, God, man. They're everywhere all over Houston. I've seen them, man, myself. But tell you the truth, to be fair, when I go to the Diablo Loco, the Patriots fan base does take over that spot, man. And it's they'll be mob deep. I'm talking about at least about 50 of them motherfuckers, man. And again, it's there are certain spots you can go to around the city. Like, for example, there used to be this one place where it was nothing but Packers fans. It was called it was like an old bingo hall, but they had like a restaurant in there and they would play the games. And the Packers fans sort of like took that over and said, okay, this is our spot. So whenever you go, like if you go to a game and you go to that restaurant, when the Packers play, it'll be nothing but Packers fans in there. And then there's one for the Eagles too. And I've seen that.
Fucking hate Eagles.
Man, I'm just saying, man, it's just there's certain fan bases where they're just everywhere. Pittsburgh, I think the same way.
Down here in Dallas, believe it or not, there was like a bar in Deep Ellum that like a group of Saints fans all meet up every time the Saints play.
Like in other words, teams with history, you'll see it. Patriots, Steelers, Cowboys, Niners, even the Eagles to a certain degree. Even though they don't have like a Super Bowl history, they've been to a couple of Super Bowls and they won the last one. But you have certain fan bases that are like real strong, man. And when you go, you'll see them. Packers fans, sort of this, but like in other words, you won't go to a place where there's nothing but Bengals fans unless you're in the Cincinnati area. It's like Cleveland's the same thing. If you go to Cleveland, you'll see a bunch of sports bars with Browns fans. But you won't see that anywhere else. Not in the abundance that you see Dallas, Pittsburgh, Patriots, Eagles fans. You won't see that.
Yeah.
And I think it's pretty cool,
But which NFL team y'all think has the most bandwagoners?
Patriots. Because how many Patriot fans are Patriots fans before Tom Brady?
I don't know. I think that but you got to remember something too. The Patriots also have been winning for the last 20 years.
So I say before Tom Brady.
But to be fair, they kind of earned that right to a degree for 20 years of success.
There is a lot of Patriot fans that stayed Patriot fans after Brady left.
But what I'm saying is that 20 years they've had the opportunity to grow that fan base based on that history of winning tradition, even if it's only been 20 years.
And this is the same fan base that after a couple of years ago when Tom Brady started sucking, they wanted him gone. The same loyal fan base until Tom Brady won a Super Bowl again.
Yeah.
They're not really a loyal fan base.
Okay, I could tell y'all the biggest bandwagon fan base for different sports. For basketball, I think it's Lakers, hands down.
Yeah.
Nothing personal, Lakers fans, but it's easy to be a Lakers or Warriors fan. Like, it's so fucking easy to be a fan from California. I don't get it, but like, if you're like, for some reason, the Lakers and the Warriors are like the two hottest commodities to easily for anybody to put on a jersey. Like, I've seen people never root for those teams, but they'll wear the colors. And I'm not saying that the guys in LA don't, to categorize them as the same thing, but Lakers and Warriors, they got a fan. I'm not saying they don't have a fan base, but outside of their city, anybody could just throw on a Lakers jersey. Like, that just, to me, that's what it seems like. And for college basketball, no question, the North Carolina Tar Heels. Biggest bandwagon fan base I've ever seen in my life. Anybody will wear a Tar Heels color. Anybody puts on a North Carolina Tar Heels, and it's always that goddamn Michael Jordan every fucking time. And it's like, it's the colors or it's the fact that Michael Jordan played there. It's always that bullshit. I remember Preston Fox, rest in peace. He even made a video saying, because he's from Charlotte and he said, I'm not going to lie, the Tar Heels have the biggest bandwagon fan base in all sports. And it's true. And it's always Michael Jordan or the team colors. It's one or the other. And when it's basketball, no offense, Lakers fans, no offense, but you guys, it seems like anybody could just wear a Lakers jersey nowadays. And they're not even from LA. They've never even rooted. It's just the easy thing to do. And it's always LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal. And it's so easy to be a Lakers fan. It really is. And I'm not saying that that's bad, It just is what it is. And especially with Golden State, that's another one. It's so easy to be a Warriors fan. All you got to do is buy a Curry jersey, and you're instantly in the club. You know, I don't see people going around saying, "Oh, I can't wait to buy Devin Booker's Phoenix Suns jersey," even though he's the top 5 player in the league. No one's going to say, "Oh, I can't wait to buy a Giannis Antetokounmpo jersey from the Bucks." No, but it's always with the Lakers or the Warriors. That's like the first 2 places that they gotta buy a jersey from.
All right. Picking in, I'm gonna ask you. Pick an AFC and NFC team you think has the biggest bandwagon fan base. Go ahead and say the NFC team first.
Okay, who wants to go first?
Shit, I guess I'll go first.
Pick one NFC, one AFC.
If I say NFC, I'll say Cowboys.
Okay.
Nah.
Hard because Cowboys. Because when I was from California, I'm brown skinned. They say if you're brown skinned, everyone thought I was Mexican, even though I'm not. If you're brown skinned, you have to be a Cowboys fan or a Raiders fan. That's just how it has to be, and that's why a lot of Mexicans, a lot of either Raiders fans or Cowboy fans. Even if you don't watch football, that's just how it was.
Come on.
And I'm not the only one that heard that, because when Set the Zero was out there, he heard the same shit. And he's a Broncos fan.
All right. Okay, what about AFC?
Well, I said Raiders.
Oh. Okay.
Well, not only just because of that, because of the NWA.
Okay. What about you, Travis? NFC, AFC?
NFC, I got 2 teams actually. And it sucks
Okay,
to say
go ahead.
this. I have experience from this. Bandwagon Fairweather fans, Saints fans, because I have experienced it. I was down there in 2017, week 1.
Interesting.
I was down there visiting my brother. My brother lives in Louisiana.
Okay.
He lives in the North Shore, up there in a town called Hammond, which is Tangipahoa Parish, which is right near St. Tammany's Parish, where Slidell and Covington and all that is north of Lake Pontchartrain. So, anyways,
All right.
this was before they started getting good again with Alvin Kamara. This is the time Alvin Kamara got drafted, and they had Mark Ingram still as running back.
Yeah.
When they got good that year, this is before they started, and they had Michael Thomas. This is before that time. There was no Saints fans. I walked into a Buffalo Wild Wings. It was an Eagle fan there. There was a Steeler fan, Dolphins fan. There was no Saints fans around. There was a couple Cowboy fans, and I was one of the Cowboy fans there hanging out.
Fair enough.
It was week 1 of that season. We were playing the Giants that night on Sunday Night Football, so I went down there and watched the other games. And Washington was playing Philadelphia that game. That was when Carson Wentz was. It was the year Carson Wentz had a good year. You know, the year the Super Bowl, Eagles won the Super Bowl. Anyways.
Interesting.
The only person that was wearing a Drew Brees jersey was the manager.
Okay, so you said Saints, and what's the other one?
Packer fans, because they claim they travel.
Well, isn't the Saints and the Packers both NFC?
Yeah, that's
well. He said he had 2.
Oh,
Packer fans, because there's a lot of them that will jump ship. There was a lot of them years ago when Brett Favre left that team that jumped ship and were Jets fans for a year. Then they went and become part-time Minnesota fans, all because they were following Brett Favre. And I feel like that's what's going to happen to all these Aaron Rodgers fanboys.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I like Brett Favre myself, but I wasn't a Packers fan.
Okay.
Packer fans.
What about your AFC teams?
Let me think first. Right now, I'm going to be honest, Chiefs fans. Everybody's on Mahomes nuts. Everybody's on Mahomes
So
nuts.
the Chiefs are getting the Golden State Warrior treatment. Do you notice that?
Yep.
They're getting the Golden State Warrior treatment.
Well,
Mahomes is like basically the football version of Stephen Curry.
I can't say the Bills. I cannot say the Bills because the fact that the Bills actually have pretty loyal fans. They're one of the most loyal fan bases in the NFL.
Okay, I'm going to go with my 2. And this is going to be a surprise to some. But with my NFC pick, with my NFC pick, I'm gonna go with the San Francisco 49ers. And it's not to disrespect the A-bombs or anybody like that makes videos. I don't know, like to me, the 49er fan base it's so easy to be a Niners fan based on that history. And I've seen a lot of Niners fans here. Now there's a lot of people from Cali that are moving down here, but I think Niners fans, it's just easy to bandwagon onto the Niners. For the AFC, this is going to be a tough one. I know everyone's going to say New England because that's just like the safe pick to choose. And I'm not, and I think even some diehard Patriots fans know like that there's a little bit of truth behind it. They sort of got the UNC Tar Heel treatment. But I will say for the AFC, I'm going to go on a limb here. I'm going to say that the Baltimore Ravens have become the new bandwagon team.
Yeah, I can see
I'm going to say Ravens fans because of this whole like Lamar Jackson run the ball, the way he's and I'm not saying that they haven't earned it or anything like that, but I think like again, it's easy to be a Ravens fan because of the colors and Lamar Jackson. And oh my God, Ray Lewis played there.
That's how
I'm going to go with the Ravens.
That's how, and that's another reason how I feel about Aaron Rodgers. I call Packer fans bandwagon fans because it's easy to be a Packer fan because of Aaron Rodgers. Oh, he throws the pretty ball. Oh, that team's got history. They've never been somebody's team. And all
How about
that
this? How about this? Two of the most loyal fan bases, one from the AFC, one from the NFC. Who wants to go first?
I guess I could.
Okay, go ahead.
AFC, Bills.
Okay.
NFC. I'm not even NFC, believe it or not. I think the Falcons.
Oh shit! Okay, all right.
I've met Falcon fans that are loyal, even through their bad times. They stay loyal to their team.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pick my teams. Okay. Let's see. For the NFC, I'll go with Cardinals. I think it's hard finding Cardinals fans. Like, there's not too many, but Cardinals fans are a very loyal fan base. There's no like bandwagoning. They don't have like a real large history in terms of like winning Super Bowls or anything like that. They've had the Kurt Warners, the Jake Plumbers, stuff like that. I'm not saying they didn't have like decent years. They had that year they could have beaten Pittsburgh, but I'm gonna go Arizona in the NFC, and then of course
also like Carson Palmer.
And for the AFC, now this is gonna come as a shocker. I'm gonna say the San Diego Chargers.
I like Chargers,
and I'm not just hopping because Molo Dog's on here, but the Chargers is a fan base for years where every other team's fan comes in that stadium but Chargers fans, right? Chargers fan base is not large, but they're not small. It's sort of marginalized. But the Chargers is a team that you just have to learn to appreciate. It's not a team that you can bandwagon to because they haven't had like a large history of Super Bowls or anything like that. I think the Chargers, to me, it seems like a very loyal fan base, and there's not like, because when you look in California, and I think LA originally said this best, is there's fan base of every other team but ours. And you can see when they played in Qualcomm Stadium, when they played in the Galaxy Stadium, and even at Sophie, it's everybody else's fan base that's there but ours. So when those Chargers fans that are there, you can tell they're like really down for their team, even if they're outnumbered. And I don't know, to me personally, I think with the Chargers' history of decent Hall of Fame players that like Danian Tomlinson, Sean Merriman, Junior Seau, players like that, you would think that they would have a large bandwagon fan base, but no, they don't. It's very small, marginalized, and I think that's a very loyal fan base.
I think the Jets also, believe it or not, have a somewhat loyal fan base.
What about you, Modog? What are your two?
I mean, I guess the Broncos for the AFC. I mean, they do have the longest sellout record in NFL history, the stadium. since what, 73?
Damn.
So I would say them. The NFC.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams.
You know what? I'll go with this. I know an NFC team. I pick the Cardinals. For NFC, I would say if I had to pick another one, I would pick Detroit. Because
I would pick them too. Because since I work out there and I work with them, there's a lot of diehard Detroit fans, and only having one divisional championship, they stick loyal to their team, and their team does not stick loyal to their fans. I tell you.
Nope. And their owners included.
Oh, they're loyal. Like, I can't speak upon that. I don't want to lose my job, but their fans, I have to say, are the most loyal fans I see. Because even I sometimes don't. I talk shit about my team when my team comes up for us.
If I had to go ahead and say who the worst fans are in the fan base, everybody.
Oh, the Eagles. The Eagles.
Oh, name a fan base.
Eagles and the Browns. The Eagles and the Browns are my top two.
I'd say the Eagles, and I think the Saints are one of the worst fan bases. You didn't know what they started chunking trash at the Vikings after beating them like Kirk Cousins.
A lot of people think I would say the Raiders, and the Raiders are up there, but the Eagles and the Browns are the worst two I've ever dealt with.
The Saints fans could be pretty bad too.
Now, it used to be the Cowboys, but that was before I even started watching football. That's why I hate the Cowboys the most. But ever since going to games, it ended up being the Eagles and the Browns.
I'm gonna say nothing is more annoying than listening to a bunch of fucking Raiders fans going Raiders. So Raiders is definitely on my list. They're annoying as fuck when they come to our stadium. They're annoying, and I can't stand them. And and again, another annoying fan base. Let's see. I kind of like the Eagles fan base. I don't know why. I do. Even though I understand y'all's hatred towards them. But I'm going to go on a limb here. I'm going to say 49ers fans. 49ers fans and Raiders fans, to me, are the most annoyingest fan base ever. They go, everything starts with and ends with some sort of like Niners, Raiders, Warriors. I'm tired of hearing that bullshit. I'm tired of it. Yeah. Is it something with Northern California? I don't know what it is, but everything, it's like a sing-along song with these guys. Niners, Raiders, Warriors. I'm sick of hearing that shit.
I don't want to sound like this might sound kind of like something towards race, but I want to say the team that has the most, I had a dude tell me that the teams that had the most Cholo fans, and believe it or not, Raiders, 49ers, even Cardinals, and yes, Cowboy fans had the most Cholo fans.
Yeah,
and they can be annoying.
Makes about sense. Like the annoying thing. Oh, we already did annoying fan bases. Little fan bases, we covered that. Okay, how about this? Who has the best team colors? Who has the best team colors? The best uniforms? If you had the name, I'll give y'all can pick three. Any team, don't matter. Any conference, don't matter.
I'd say Seattle.
Or top five. You're top five.
All right. I say Seattle is top. I see Seattle number 5. Tennessee actually number 4. Number 3, the Chargers. I like the powder blue. Someday I wish I'd wear the old helmets.
I like the 93 jerseys, the Super Bowl jerseys, the dark blue with the yellow bolt.
Yeah, that's what
those are my favorite colors.
The LT days. I'm talking about the LT day helmet.
Well, I'm going back to the Junior Seau days and Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. I like the
number
Chargers.
3 and then number 2.
Believe it or not, the Rams.
Number 1.
See. Number 1. I'd say, believe it or not, Carolina has some pretty cool jerseys.
All right. What about you, Mo?
Charger jerseys, The Saints, I like their black and gold. The 49er jerseys, I mean, they got kind of the same colors like the Angels. I like that. Let's see here. I mean, I guess silver and black's all right with the Raiders.
And your favorite one of all time?
Would be the dark blue one of the Chargers.
Yeah.
That's a Junior Seau Super Bowl one, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, Mo.
Yeah.
Hey, Mo Dog. I got a question to ask you. Okay, maybe Steve can chime in. Okay.
Mhm.
So if y'all know there was an NHL expansion team this year, right?
No.
Yeah, the Seattle Kraken. Seattle got a hockey team now.
Mm.
They got
nice.
a National Hockey League.
Nice.
Yeah. So if the NFL decided to expand by 2 teams, or at least a team,
You mean like if the NFL was to add a city?
Basically, if they were to expand.
I think the NFL. Okay, I can tell you a couple. I think the NFL should add Toronto on the list. I think Canada should have a football team. They have a basketball team with the Raptors. Why not give them a football?
I think they should actually have 2. Give one to Vancouver and give one to Toronto.
Oh, okay. Nice. I could do that.
Actually, if they were to expand, I'm talking about add a 15 to every division.
I was thinking this too. I was talking to a couple guys at the bar, and they were suggesting that instead of having 8 divisions, how about we have 4? That way, we get rid of we make the divisions harder to win a divisional title, and then the people going to the playoffs, you would have more wins. That way, we would never have a divisional championship where you're in the playoffs with 8 wins or less, like we've been having before.
Yeah.
So the divisional championship will have at least 13, 14 wins, and then everybody else in the playoffs would have 10, 11, 12 wins.
Right.
That way, we would never have an under 500 team win again in the playoffs.
Smart.
So there would be no more NFC or AFC West. It would just be the West. Same thing with the North, South, and East.
Yeah, I can understand that. But no, I'm just saying if they add a 15 in each division, I think the AFC West, I think Salt Lake City would be a great team for the AFC West. I think Salt Lake City would be a great NFL team, and I think they'd call them when they had them, they called them the Salt Lake Stallions. I think that would be a great mascot for you know what I'm talking about. I think Utah would definitely support. I think Utah there would definitely be a great support city for NFL.
Hey, team. Eric got a message. He said, "Who will go to the Super Bowl first between Browns, Texans, Jaguars, and Lions?"
None of them.
I think Browns, if anything.
Browns, maybe.
Browns are in the best position.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's going to go one day. But, yeah, it's probably going to be the Browns.
Yeah, anyways, I was saying the AFC West should have the Salt Lake Stallions.
I think, if anything, the Lions will probably be the last team to go.
I think, anyways, I'm talking about if they were to add teams in the NFL. Now, the NFC West, I think the NFC West should add a Portland team, and they should call them
that would be a nice addition.
Yeah, and I think they should be like the Portland Beavers. Like they should take the Oregon State Beavers and logo or their Oregon State mascot and basically call them the Portland Beavers. So to be the 49ers, the Beavers, the Seahawks, and the Cardinals and the Rams.
Man,
that'd be a
nice addition.
Yeah, and I think the Stampede, the Broncos, the Chargers, and the Raiders, and the Chiefs. I think that'd be a great NFC. I talk about Salt Lake City. the Stallions.
I wonder if they'll ever add a team in Mexico.
I doubt that. They don't get no support.
Well, how about this? Is there any rule changes you guys would like to see, like any added rule to the NFL or get rid of a certain rule?
I like for them to add every major play be checked again by a referee behind a camera.
I think they need to start reviewing some penalties.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because a lot of these penalties are not being called and they should be called, and a lot of them are not being checked right. And all it takes is one play to change momentum.
I'll tell you one thing I would like.
I'm watching the game, right? The Rams and the Titans, and that roughing the passer call when he barely touched him, that should have been reviewed, and because that wasn't roughing the passer. That's 15 yards. Come on now. That's what I'm talking about.
I was going to finish up saying where I think teams should be cities. My bad. But anyways, I'd say AFC North. I think St. Louis should have another team. I think they should get a second chance, and I think they shouldn't call them the Rams. I think they should call them the St. Louis Stampede.
Now, I'll tell you a rule they should change. This is just pisses me off, and I think we can all agree with this. They need to get rid of ties in the NFL. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's no reason for you to be playing a 60-minute game in an overtime to tie. I mean, go ahead.
I was thinking you need to do what they do in hockey, have like a shootout, but maybe do something like a field goal, or like you do in college, and put you on the 20-yard line, and each team's close to score, and if they stop you, game over. The other team score, something like that. But there should never be a tie.
Yeah, it's like, in other words, at least like the original way they had it, where it's 15 minutes, that's fine. And then it was sudden death, but now it's like, well, if the team scores a field goal, the other team possesses the ball. Why don't they just make it a 15-minute quarter, and whoever has a higher score wins, like an actual overtime period, like an extra quarter?
Yeah.
Like, it's just so confusing when they do like the whole, like, well, if he scores a field goal, then the other team gets the possession, but if they score a touchdown, like, dude, why don't you just make it a whole quarter?
Right.
Higher score wins. Make it like an extra inning, an extra quarter. And then, like, and if it's tied, do what Modoff says. What'd you say, like a penalty shootout?
Yeah, like put them on a field goal, 15 yards. You get a field goal. If you miss it and the other person gets it, game's over. And
then if y'all both make it or both miss it, you can put the ball further back.
Yeah. Just keep doing like that. Make the field goal kicker earn his money.
Yes. I like that.
Anyways, I want to keep naming where I think teams should be.
All right.
AFC. Okay. AFC
I think every
East.
state should get a team, to be honest.
Yes.
I do. But anyways, AFC East, I think there should be team AFC East. I think they should have a team called like the Connecticut Huskies.
Nice.
Yeah, so it'd be the Huskies, the Patriots, the Bills, the Jets, and the Dolphins. NFC East, for some odd reason, I think San Antonio has a stadium. I think they should get one, and I think they should call them. I think they should be the San Antonio Wranglers. So it'd be the Wranglers, the Cowboys, the Eagles, Giants, and Redskins, or Red Tails, future Red Tails.
Nice.
Yeah, San Antonio, but that'd put three teams in Texas, and the only thing is your Texans are close to the San Antonio, right? But
Houston? Isn't Houston kind of far from San Antonio? Isn't like 4 or 5
Houston
hours?
and San Antonio is a 2.5, 3 hour drive.
Yeah,
Dallas is a 4-hour drive, but if you include traffic, it's 5. Like, I'll be going to Dallas on the 17th, the 18th, and the 19th. I'll be with hanging out with Travis and them in Dallas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to the Motel 6. Like, we're gonna go hiking, and we're gonna go fly his drone over there at White Rock Lake.
Nice.
Yeah, I was in Dallas. I did a couple live streams when I was there at the hotel. It's just the damn internet service sucks. The internet is kind of stagnant.
AFC South, if I had to say, I'd say Alabama gets a team. I think they should do I think really they should bring the Alabama Crimson Tide to the NFL. So to be the Crimson Tide, the Falcons, the Saints, and the Buccaneers, and the Panthers. AFC South, if I had to say a team that had to go in the AFC South, let's see, Tennessee, Indy.
You can get a team in New Mexico and put it in the West.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I already did the AFC West with the team.
Yeah, but you did it for the AFC West. What about the NFC West?
I already did at Portland. I did Portland for them.
Oh.
Yeah, so NFC North, I'd say Rapid City, or the South Dakota, Rapid City could be. Yeah, and I think they should be called the Mountaineers or something like that.
Okay, team you would like to see win a Super Bowl that's not yours. Okay, well,
Oof.
okay, I'm not going to lie to you. I say Chargers. I know it sounds weird, but I would say the Chargers are overdue for a championship. I think that would be a great way to promote the new stadium. And I know you can say, well, Raiders got a new stadium and they share the stadium with the Rams, but I think the Chargers would be a good place to win. I think the Chargers are overdue for a Super Bowl. And I think it will bring some prestige to previous players that have played there and never won. So I'm going to go with Chargers.
Bills.
You, Modog?
Teams that I actually wouldn't mind seeing Arizona. I think they're long overdue winning the Super Bowl.
I think the Bills.
I actually was kind of hoping they would have won it over the Steelers back in 2008.
I say the Bills.
Nice.
For some reason.
Nothing wrong with that.
Their fans deserve it.
And like I said, man, this year, one thing we can learn, especially with all the upsets that went down this week, there is no clear-cut winner. This week alone gave that hyphen to the term any given Sunday. 7 upsets today, guys. 7. There is no clear-cut winner this year. Any one of those teams can win a Super Bowl. Dallas, Tampa Bay, Rams, Cardinals, Cowboys. And then AFC is the same thing. I mean, really in the AFC, the only 2 teams that kind of stand out is really Ravens and Titans, and that's not really by that much. They're just the best 2 now, but that can change. There's no clear cut. Even the Bills got brought down to earth. Look at that, 9-6 to the teams. Who the hell would have thought that was going to happen? There is no clear
maybe
cut.
the Bills overlooked the Jags like the Cowboys overlooked the Broncos. They didn't practice.
Any given Sunday just happened today. Today was upset Sunday. Damn. Well, all right, guys. Well, it's already 1 in the morning. I'm gonna go ahead and head to sleep, man. I had you guys. I'm gonna hit y'all up tomorrow. All right, man. Y'all take care. Everybody else in the chat room, LA, Eric, who's ever watching, man. Thank you guys for being a part of it. I'm a live stream tomorrow. We'll talk more football.
All right.
All right, man. Y'all take care, man.